Wilson set to kick it away. We're just seconds away from the 2015 football season being underway. It's been a long time since the Louisville Central game. Corbin ready to exercise those demons tonight. At least get that bad taste out of their mouth a little bit, maybe. Wilson awaiting the signal from the official to get underway here. Everybody in this place on their feet. Opening kick on the way. It's a short end-over-ender. It's going to be taken by Ellison at the 20-yard line. Starts at the middle of the field. Breaks a tackle or two out over the 35 to the 37-yard line. Drugged down from behind. And Corbin will take over. Good field position. First down and 10, just shy of the 40.
Already got our first flag on the...
No, that's not good. More than likely, that's going to be against... Looks like they're trying to sort the field. That's more than it's always against the offense or the receiving team whenever that happens, usually on a kickoff. And it will be against Corbin. Looks like it's going to be a 5-yarder. So that'll back it up from about the 39 there to the 34. Not sure what that was all about.
I'm not either.
It's hard to see with all those guys walking in front of us there.
Well, he's coming to fix the phones. And you may be getting a little bit of interference back at home. We hope not. Both radio stations here's phone lines are bleeding into each other, and they're working on that, so we'll see what that means.
So if you get some of the Williamsburg broadcast, I'm sure you'll be glad to hear that. Those guys are really good. They do a good job. And if they get some of ours, I apologize up front. Redhound huddle up over there around Coach Haddock. They break the huddle and head to the line. Quarterback will be Cameron Sizemore. He'll operate out of the shotgun. He'll spend most of his time back there in that gun. Flanking him to his right is Tucker Jewell. Sizemore's going to keep it. Starts around the right side. He's got a little bit of room. Bangs it out over the 35, 37, 38-yard line maybe. And the ball is on the ground. Is there a fumble?
No, it was, but he was already down. They called him down. It was the right call.
Well, gain on the play of about 4 or 5 yards for Sizemore there early.
Well, that's what Justin Haddock said he brings to the table. Said he's a bullish type runner, and they're going to run him some.
You know, he is left-handed. He's a big, stocky, strong kid. Reminds me of a somewhat miniature Jared Lorenzen. Going to work out of the gun right now. People in motion everywhere. Now he's set up in the eye behind him. Tucker Drill on the front of the eye. Turn hand to stick it back through, and a short gain on the play on the left side, maybe even about a half a yard loss. Did pick up the ball there. Not sure who that was on the back of the hour. This was a starter, okay, 15.
They're going to use both those for both tailbacks, but what they'll do is they'll slide Tucker up the fullback and let him play fullback a little bit, and then they'll switch it up a little bit, and they'll both get some carries tonight.
He gives Carter a gain of about a half a yard on the play. Brings up an important third down here. Third and about 4 for Corbin, working from the 39-yard line of the Redhound. They take it, hand it off on the right side to French. French tries to cut up the left side, lowers his head, will not make the first down. It's going to be about a half a yard shy from here. They give it to French on the end around, and so depending on the spot, he will be really close. I think about a half a yard shot, Coach.
Yeah, first big position for Haddock here in the game, and with a big quarterback, short yardage, do you go for it here? I think you do.
Why not?
Set the tone. Why not? The first down.
Well, they did signal first down. They didn't even measure, Coach. That's going to draw the eye of the Whitley County coach.
I don't blame him. I thought they were close enough to measure.
Yeah, well, I thought he was short this minute. The ball actually happened to be kind of lined up with us, but Jonah French on the carry. Lord has been there for the last yard and a half or so. Got it close enough, so Fresh set it down for the Hounds, working from about the 43.5-yard line of the Redhound. Two wide out to the left, one to the right. Carter in the slot to the left side. Sizemore takes the snap, looks to throw, dumps it off, wide receiver screen. Got his man out there, catch is made, gain of about 5. Nice open field tackle out there on the Corbin wide receiver. That's going to be more. Gain of about 4 on the play. Nice toss-up that time, though, buddy, from the left-handed quarterback.
Yeah, they're trying to get him to throw some of the short stuff early, get him in some rhythm here, and then let him throw it down the field. That's A.J. Moore. He's going to be the primary target this year. And A.J. has the ability to break tackles and move the chains.
Yeah, that's not much more than a glorified running play. It was a really safe throw, but a really good, strong arm there exhibited by the quarterback.
Long handoff.
Yeah, there you go. We've got a timeout on the field. It looks like Corbin's got a penalty maybe. And Corbin's going to have to spend the time. There's too many guys on the field. The kind of thing you would see normally in an early season game. Redhounds have a second down and 7 working from their own 47. We'll just hang on to it right here. No score as of yet in the game. 9:07 to go here in the opening period. Dave Cox and Burley Foley with you.
Well, I think you're going to see some of that early days from offside and some confusion for both teams because, it's the first live night, and both teams got some youth. Whitley County's got a little bit more age on them than what we do, but you're going to have some of those mishaps.
I counted it up. I think Corbin has 11 seniors, 13 on the Whitley roster, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. So neither one of these teams really heavily laden with seniors.
Very similar.
Certainly not like the 18 that we saw last year on the Redhound roster.
Well, the big difference is one of Whitley's seniors is Luke Woods, who's a very seasoned quarterback and a tremendous athlete.
Cameron Sizemore at the helm for Corbin right now, working out of the shotgun. Looks like it's, I believe it's Tucker Jewell to the left of him, flanking him to his left. Wide out to the short side of the field. A.J. Moore back to the right side is, I believe, Caleb Mitchell. They bring Mitchell back in motion. They hand it off right side. They're going to give it off to Prince, I believe, and he is going to be hit and cut down right at the line of scrimmage. Not much room there for Jonah Francis. He was stripped up immediately. May have fallen forward for a half a yard. We'll bring up third at about 6.
But number 74, very active in there for Whitley, Dave. He's been in on several tackles already. Big kid in there playing linebacker. He looks like he'd be a defensive tackle, but he's playing linebacker, and he moves around pretty good.
Now look at him. He reminds me of 74 from several years back. He by the name of Steve Baird.
He sure does.
Maybe just a touch shorter than Steve, but he sure moves like him. Big third down here for the Hounds, working from their 47. Third and a long 6. Call it 3rd and 7. Sizemore working out of the gun. 2 backs on either side of him. They fake it. Now they're going to give it off to Jewell. Bounces it outside. He's going to have the first down. Good run by Tucker Jewell as he cut it up to 50. A nice cut left a Whitley County defender in his tracks. And that will move the chains again for Corbin.
Well, he did. I'll tell you what, they 9 out of 10 kids try to go ahead and outrun people right there. Tucker made the right cut, got his nose down, and did a heck of a job.
Well, that's a jump stop there. And every time I see that kind of run, it reminds me of Emmett Thomas. They made one cut, and that was a little jump step, and then you had to tackle him, which was kind of a bad deal too. But now that was a beautiful jump cut right there by Jewell. 1st and 10, ball on the Whitley County side of the 50 at about the 46. Sizemore will move up under center this time. Power eye behind the quarterback. Handoff second back there, lowering his head. Hit and stacked up right to the line of scrimmage. No room whatsoever that time. I believe that was Carter.
I got to tell you, we've been able to move the ball a little bit here, but we're getting handled up there a little bit on the defensive line right now. Their defensive line playing a little bit better than what we are.
No gaping holes up there, is there? They've got some size. I'm looking at these guys across the front line, some pretty good sized kids playing with 3 down linemen, 4 linebackers. The linebackers in particular very active. Second down and 9 for Corbin, working from the 46 of Whitley County. 7:10 to go here in the first quarter. Opening drive of the game. Redhounds with the football. Sizemore looks like he may be changing his play. Takes it, leaves it off, take it back through. Jewell lowers his head. He's into the secondary, breaks the tackle all the way down to the 35-yard line. Good running that time by Tucker Jewell. That'll be enough to pick up another Corbin first down. Boy, he's touched it twice, Coach. It looked really good both times.
Well, I'll tell you what he is. He's only 170 pounds, but he's a 500-pound squat guy. I mean, he's quick in there, and really, he's hard to find, David. I mean, them 5'7" guys are hard to find.
I'm just impressed with his quickness, Burley. When he gets to the hole, he makes one cut and gets after it. That's a nice run that time. And a little better blocking up front that time. He had a little bit of a space to work in.
We'll trap inside. We did a good job.
Sizemore's going to work out of the gun again. 1st and 10 from the Whitley 36. 6:50 to go in the opening period. Jewell to his left. Wide outs to both sides. Tied into the right side. Sizemore going to keep it himself. The big guy lowers his head. Starts up the left side. Fumbles it again. Falls on the ground, and we may have gotten it back if we did. It's a lucky break. Sizemore ran it twice and fumbled it twice.
Yeah, he's going to have to put that thing away. He's a big old strong boy, big strong hands. He needs to just go ahead and wrap that thing up.
Very fortunate that time. The first time he lost the control, it was after the whistle had blown. That time it was a live football, and Corbin able to fall on. Did not pick up the Redhound who got on it, but it may have been Sizemore himself.
Well, the good news, we fumbled it for yardage.
Yes, we did. A gain of about 7, second down and short 3 maybe, 6:10 to go. Corbin hogging the football just as Burley said they might try to do. Put the ball in the air one time on a short, very safe wide receiver screen. 29-yard line of Whitley County, handoff left side. Jewell dives into the hole, lowers his head, pushes the pile forward, I should say, all the way down to the 25. That will be enough to move the chains. Once again, a 4-yard gain for Tucker Jewell. Another first down for Corbin.
Reminds me anything of Corbin football old, isn't it?
Well,
only difference is it's not 3 backs.
Well, not the funny thing, but the thing to me is you know that this goes against the grain of what Justin Haddix likes to do. But it shows me that as a coach, he understands his talent. I think now that Corbin's held the ball this long, Burley, very important they get some points out of this. 1st and 10 from the Whitley 25-yard line. Sizemore working out of the gun. Takes it, leaves it off with Jewell, bounces it left side, tries to get around the corner, stumbles. There comes the flag down. Going to get Corbin for holding as Jewell's going to take it all the way down near the goal line, but this one's coming back. Yeah.
Flag on the play.
Yeah, I got to tell you. Okay.
I didn't see it, but I did not see it. It was out of my vision. These fans here act like they saw it though.
Yeah.
But I know the officials couldn't hear the fans not down on the field, but that was going to be very costly. As that was a nice run by Jewell, and I don't think the hold even sprung him, quite honestly.
Well, again, that's something young teams, David. You can't have bad plays. And bad plays. I mean, we were going to be in the catbird seat right there, and now we're looking at 1st and 19.
It's just tough to come back for high school teams to come back from these 10-yard penalties. However, it is a good news for Corbin that it was on 1st down, so just want to get a part of it back now. But the good news is Jewell looked really good on that run as well.
Yeah, he did.
He was down near the goal line.
Well, the reports I got coming out of camp that he was a much improved player.
2 wide outs to the right side, 1 to the left. It's like French in the backfield with the quarterback size. What they're going to give it off to French, lowers his head, hit and dropped at the line of scrimmage. Maybe fell forward for a yard or so. That's actually Drew Carter, short gainer on the play, 2nd and about 17 now.
Hey, bad play, but you're in 4-down territory here, so, you got to kind of look at it that way as well.
Well, he fell forward for about 3 yards. It's 2nd and 16, actually, but, Corbin really in good position to punch that thing in had it not been for the penalty. 2 penalties called in the game, both of them on Corbin thus far. Hounds have had the ball the entire first quarter, 4:50 to go in the first period of play. Dave Cox and Burley Foley with you. Sizemore takes a high snap, juggles it, going to have to keep it himself, turns it up in some trouble, makes a nice move, leaves the guy in his tracks, still rumbling down the left sideline. The big guy lowers his shoulder, holds on the football, and picks up the 1st down. Well, now that is a backbreaker for Whitley County. It's a high snap juggle by Sizemore. Did what he was supposed to do, Burley. Tucked it, ran up the left side, and picked up the 1st down.
Well, I got to tell you, Whitley was right there to make the play. They just tackled poorly over there. They had 2 guys to tackle him. Sizemore split him. He's a load now. He's a handful.
Well, he got his shoulder square that time as opposed to the other 2 times, Burley. He made a nice cut, made the first guy miss, and just ran by the second one. A little better speed than you would anticipate from a kid that size. 1st down, Corbin, no flags on the play. Here come the Hounds, 1st and 10 from the 10-yard line. I'm trying to see if they played the change down. They're not. Corbin can get a 1st down just inside the 1. 4:16 to go here in the opening period. Corbin threatening 1st and 10 from the Whitley 10.5-yard line.
Got a little mix-up on the field here. The official signaling to the sideline, but I'm not sure.
He was signaling to reset the clock to 4:35 as opposed to 4:19. They kept it running when they were moving the chains. Jewell flanking Sizemore to his left. This will be a big confidence booster for Corbin if they could punch this thing in here early. Jewell leaves it off with, or Tucker leaves it off with Tucker. Jewell takes it in. Touchdown, Corbin. I believe, is he in? Yes. Touchdown, Corbin. Jewell right up the gut. Had a gaping hole to run through that time. Hounds on top 6-0.
Well, I'll tell you what, that was just good offensive blocking on that right side. And down in there, you ask your backs to smell that goal line and get their pads down. That's exactly what Tucker did. He got his pads out over his shoulders and got in the end zone.
Tucker Jewell is a load, let me tell you. He gets lifted off the ground by Coach Haddix when he gets over the sideline. That's a nice run.
He's a strong 170-pound guy, David. I'm telling you, he is a really, really strong kid.
Lucas Cannon who wants to attempt the extra point here for the Hounds. Snapped a good one. Kick on the way. Looks long enough. It's right down the middle. Hound. Our top 7-0. 4:21 to go in the first. We'll take a timeout to be back to Whitley County High School. Stay with us. You're listening to Redhound Football on C107.
Hello, how are you? How you been? It's good to see you come back again. Hometown people, hometown spirit, a friendly smile, a hometown friend. You're always welcome when you come in. Hometown people, hometown spirit.
Hometown Bank feels like home. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Back at Whitley County High School, Dave Cox, Bully Whitley Hounds on top 7-0. Take the opening drive for 2015 football season. Straight down the field for a touchdown, lead at 7-zip here. Back deep for the Whitley County Colonels to receive the kickoff. Number 7, Cameron Rhodes back there, as well as number 28, Jacob Paul. He's a good-looking football player, buddy. We saw him in the warm-up.
Whitley County's got a nice little offense. I'm telling you, they're pretty solid.
Cannon New set to kick it away, and Luke Woods will get on the field here momentarily for the Colonels, barring a turnover here. Cannon New steps into it. High kick when it drives. Rose back to the 3-yard line, makes the catch, starts at the left side, loses his footing, and goes down just shy of the 20 at about the 19. Again, they hit a wet spot on that field there, but his feet just flew out from under. No Redhounds really stepped into the turf, but he did get across the 20. I take that back to about the 21.
Yeah, I think he's trying to make a cut right there. If he makes that cut, he might be in a little bit of business.
Cannon though, buddy, really good hang time on that. You don't talk about hang time on the kick. He's in the air for a good while.
Sending him, Peter.
Yeah, there you go. Woods, the quarterback, looks like it's going to be Nate Jackson on the back of the eye. He'll take it off to Jackson. The Woods going to keep it himself. He's piled up right from the line of scrimmage. Push forward for maybe a yard or two. Running into a massive humanity there.
That's the thing, getting up off the foul. Jungle brother had surgery, right? He's going to maybe take a little bit of time this year as a freshman. Understand he's doing real well. And we certainly wish him well.
Yes, we do. Harley Lambert on the bottom of that pile as well, though. Second down and 8 now. Looks like he's maybe changing the play at the line. He's directing some traffic there with Jacob. Oh, now says he's back. He's going to call a timeout. It's a big confusion. Another flag came down first, actually. It is outside. The flag came down first before the timeout, I believe. Back to Colonels up 5 yards.
I'll tell you what, Harley Lambert looks the road on him.
Well,
that's a good-looking high school.
I heard you talk a lot about the D1 stuff and the D1 talking. Honestly, I don't know that I've seen a D1 lineman Corbin short of Nolan Devon in a while. This kid looks the part. I mean, we may have had a D1 since Nolan. My memory's not very good, but he reminds me of Nolan in the uniform. Woods takes a snap, rolls to his right, looks to throw, sets up, lobs it down the left sideline, ball up for grabs, incomplete, overthrown. After him back there in the backfield was a couple of Corbin linemen. Woods rolling, the right-handed quarterback really rolling to his left. I don't understand that all the time. Maybe that's the far side of the field, but that's just a tough throw for right-handed quarterback.
Now, I'll tell you what they really did a good job of. Part of the thing is they're chipping him with the back. So they're well aware of where he's at.
We'll be doing with no huddle. Right back to the line of scrimmage. Now, nobody's really in a stance as of yet. Woods is still calling the play. 3rd and 13. Big stop with the Woods. They get off the field on 3rd down and 1. Woods takes the snap, looks, sets up, fires across the middle, got a receiver. Incomplete. Intercepted. Hampton got it back at the 35-yard line, all the way inside the 30. Took it off of Ray Ellison, number 13.
I can't tell if that's
Or 11. That's Mitchell. That's
Caleb Mitchell.
Caleb Mitchell, number 11, threw right into his miss. He played that one perfectly, but he passed overthrown. Mitchell takes it back inside the 30. Hounds in business.
Again, can't turn it over in big games. So Corbin gets the first impression turnover. We dodged it because we had 2 fumbles when we get back on them and then really turns it over.
Well, you're exactly right. We put it on the ground twice, once after the whistle, then once we just were lucky to fall back on. That time Woods getting a little pressure, Burley. He's a great athlete, but if there is a downside, he's not a particularly tall kid, and he has problems with these big linemen. You would think potentially that time he threw from the pocket.
And Corbin up front is tall. They got Hampton there at 6'3" and Harley at 6'4".
Sizemore right back at it. He is going to step aside from the line. There's a timeout on the field. Actually, Whitley County is going to talk things over. We'll take a 30-second break as well. Corbin leads at 7-0. First and 10 for the Hounds when we return. We'll be right back in 30. Stay with us.
We're the ones who live in the moment.
You know, that moment when you open a Pepsi and hear the music.
We're always up for a good time.
This isn't our first rodeo, or our last.
We're the ones who can't stop.
And never will.
The beat starts at Pepsi.com.
Pepsi. Live for now.
Back at Whitley County High School, Dave Cox, Burley Foley with you. So far, about what you expect to say?
Well, I thought someone would come out and run the ball. I thought they'd try to run the ball and make sure Cameron gets settled a little bit here, playing early. I thought Whitley would be a little bit more successful offensively, quite honestly. They didn't look very seasoned. They had a busted play they had trouble with. They've had an interception, and they had a play for negative yardage.
Italy.
Yeah, I didn't expect that.
Well, it's still very early in this game, and it's still very early in the season as well. I'm sure those things will get ironed out just a bit here. Hopefully, not this game. We got moving on line. This field is going to go against Corbin. Left tackle was off just a bit early there.
Yep.
And that's what you don't want to see. You get a turnover first and 10, 30-yard line of the other team, and you give them 5 yards right back for no reason at all.
That's 3 penalties for 20 yards now in the game for Corbin.
Now you expect some of those things early in the year. The field just about bathed in shade now, Coach. This is really a nice setting for a football game.
Mm-hmm.
This place reminds me of somewhere I've been before, and I can't picture it, but another high school field we've been at somewhere in the many years we've done this. Sizemore working with the 1st and 15 from the 39 of Whitley County. In motion comes French. They take it in. They give it off to Jewell. Bounces it outside. He's got some room. Turns the corner. He's going to have the first down and more. Streaking down the left sideline goes Jewell. Bounced out of bounds deep in the Whitley County territory at or near the 10-yard line. What a great fake that time by Sizemore. He faked it to Jewell on the quick sweep there and give it off to Jewell, or to French rather, and Jewell takes it around the left side for a big gainer.
I tell you, he's hard to find, David. You know, and you said it right. Sizemore did a good job making the fake, but then Tucker, this is where his high disadvantage is an advantage.
He's inside the 10. They place it down to about the 8-yard line. They're going to lay the chains down 1st and 10. They call that the jet sweep, or what is that what that's called, Burley?
Well, that wasn't. That was just a read. That was a read play there.
But they faked it to the wide receiver coming back in motion to the quarterback with the French, and that just froze those linebackers. And then Jewell going the opposite direction had a lot of room to run. Sizemore in the gun, takes the snap, fakes it, gives it off right side. Now Jewell again dives down to the 5-yard line, gain of about 2. I think that's Jewell again. Yeah, that's Tucker. He and Carter very similar physique.
Stature, yeah, they
and
are.
if you can't see their numbers, which I can't, it's a fair guess from here just about. Second down and 5 now for the Hounds. Second down and goal, I should say, from the 5. Boy, this would be huge if Corbin could punch another touchdown here early in the first quarter. 2.5 to go in the first. Hounds lead at 7-0. Dave Cox and Burley Foley broadcasting from Whitley County High School. First time in 30-some-odd years these two teams have met on the gridiron. Sizemore takes the big guy's going to keep himself, lowers his shoulder, pushes the pile forward. Still going. Where's the signal? Close to the goal line. Touchdown, Corbin. There it is. A bit of a late signal. Hey, the big guy, Burley, rumbling, bumping, stumping, pushed the whole pile into the end zone the last 2 yards. Big old pile. And that's another touchdown for the Hounds, 13-0.
That's something he brings to the table. Now, I saw in the scrimmage, and I saw a little bit of film, but here tonight, he looks like that's his strength. I mean, he's a bullish type runner.
I watched him play basketball. Very athletic kid, and he's of course he's left-handed, and I think that throws people for a bit of a loop too. High snap, they get it down though. Kennedy steps into it. This one is going to be good. Hounds increase their lead 14-0. 2:19 to go in the opening period. We'll be back in 60 seconds. Stay with us. You're listening to Redhound Football on T107. Kennedy's kicking is a boomer. That's going to drive him back into the end zone. Boy, that is a weapon. Paul made the catch about 2 steps in the end zone, and that will be a touchback. And that's just a weapon in high school football, Burley. When you can step up there and wheel that thing in the end zone, that's huge. Giving him an 80-yard field to work with.
You'll end up playing the game about 40 yards less than your opponent if you can do that.
Hey, now he hit that one right in the screws that time. It was right in the middle. He hammered it. The first time he kind of got under it a little bit, but this one he hit right in the middle. Corbin on top, 14-0, 2:19 to go in the first quarter of play. Woods, the quarterback, leaves off second back there. Hit it, hammered. Lost on the play. Boy, that's a big hit right there. Who's getting up off the bottom of that pile, Burley?
Sam's and also Harley Lambert again.
And number 23, Walker there, Dawson Swain. He's hit and dropped for a loss with about 2 on the play. They're going to say 3, actually. Second 13 now. So I'll tell you right now, if Harley Lambert stays healthy this year, there's going to be a lot of people have trouble with him.
He's a good football player, David. He really is.
I don't watch linemen that much. I'm not as savvy in football to notice that as much. And there's Harley again. This time they cut him down. Woods rolling to his right, looking for a place to run, tucks it up, starts up the right side, makes a couple of Redhounds miss. Still on his feet. Boy, that's a good run that time. He's hit and pulled down. Flags come down from everywhere. I think they're going to get a horse collar. That will move the chains for Whitley County. He was close to a first down anyway. That's just a good example of what that kid can do, Burley. He's very, very dangerous in the open field.
Yeah, again, he turned a bad play into something. That should have been a bad play. It should have been a sack. And again, when he gets going like that and gets to making things happen, he can cause you a lot of problems. Because he had people after him. Big Josh Hampton was putting heat on him. Harley was putting heat on him.
So he rolled to his left and reversed his field roll all the way back to the right and actually was tackled over on the pulled down, I should say, horse collar over on the right sideline. So he probably ran 50 yards on that play.
It was definitely a horse collar, too. It was a good call.
It's going to be a 15-yarder. And Corbin, that's 35 yards in penalties already for the Redhounds. They lead 14-0, but they're certainly not winning the penalty battle right here. Whitley County already back up the line. Woods working out of the shotgun. Nate Jackson behind him. I guess that's the pistol. When the quarterback lines up in front of the back, it's probably called the pistol, isn't it? That's the right term.
That's what we call it.
That's what it'll be then. That's what it shall be, is the pistol. Handoff Jackson straight up the gut. He's hit at the line of scrimmage. Keeps his feet turning, but he's not going to be able to get free. He is hammered down at the line for a gain of about a yard. Somebody comes out of the pile celebrating there. I'm not sure who that was.
That's Cody Evans.
Looks like that might have been Brendan Henniger, number 20 there, that was in on the hit as well.
Freshman, Brendan Henniger.
Well, he's a good-looking kid, isn't he?
Mm-hmm.
Second down and 9 for the Colonels. Just about to go under a minute to play in the first quarter. Hounds on top 14-0. Whitley County second 9 from the 42-yard line of the Colonels. Woods working out of the pistol again. 2 backs with him. He's going to take it. Leaves it off straight up the gut. Jackson hit again. Lunges forward. Gets out to the 45. Gain of 3. Will bring up third down and 5.
Well, not much there in the middle of the pile. Again, Lambert. Also, Cody Evans. Well, Cody Evans is a guy, David. He's talking about a guy put on some muscle.
He's a brute.
He is. Oh, buddy, Eric Hart listening tonight. David, a new sponsor. Go out and trade with Eric. I'll tell you this. You won't trade with a more honest and good guy. He's a fantastic person.
Hey, I bought jet skis from him. He is a good fellow. Well, here's what Eric said. Eric tried to talk me out.
He's gypped me and you, but he won't me anybody else.
He tried to talk me out of buying them because he said you'll have them back in a year and a half trying to trade them in. He was right to about the month. Woods takes it, rolling to his left, looks to throw, sets up, fires across middle, picked off again. No, it's in and out of the hands, dropped. Boy, that one hit Mitchell right in the midst. Bless his heart, that would have been his second pick of the night. It will bring up fourth down and 6, but boy, that was just good defense. Mitchell positioned perfectly, Burley.
Yeah. Hey, I don't want to start coaching here, David, but why they keep rolling him to the left? That's a tough throw.
My question a minute ago. Now, that was, again, both times they've done it, that was the far side of the field, maybe trying to give him some more room in that run option. Well, but Corbin did a really good job of stringing that out.
And what else? They're running him right into Harley's face.
I've been running away from Harley.
Yeah.
You know, that's one thing Louisville Central did a good job last year. I remember that game. They effectively took Harley out of the game. They played the other side of the field.
He's that good. He's that good a football player.
Fourth down and 6. Wilson set to kick it away. Will hit it from about his own 35-yard line. Back deep for Corbin. Is that Henniger, Burley? I can't. Ellison. Okay, again, I'm just struggling with these numbers, folks. I apologize. And we've got movement on the line prior to the snap.
Should be delayed.
Both teams pointing at one another. Yeah, I think it is going to be a 5-yard delay. Actually, I said that was Wilson. That's good. Wilson's not the punter. That's going to be 32. That's Nate Jackson, the punter. So let's keep an eye on that, Burley. Jackson is the really good running back as well. Kind of like Corey Taylor last year, a kid that can punt it but can also run or throw the ball. Fourth down now and 11 for Whitley from their own 45. Jackson set to punt it away. Ellison back deep at the 25-yard line of Corbin. High snap over his head. Ball's on the dirt. Jackson's going to pick it up. He's going to get it off. He sets up, going to fire down the middle of the field. Got a man wide open, overthrown. This one's going to be picked off. Caught in the air by more effectively. It's going to be a punt. Up the left sideline, hit it, dropped. And the Redhounds are going to get it at the 45-yard line.
That really wasn't a bad play, David, on the punter's part. Because
now, is that Moore or Ellison that made that catch?
I think it was Ellison.
Okay, it was Ellison. I apologize.
He was the deep guy for the punt. And I thought Willie's guy really kind of was heads up there and said, hey, why not?
He had a guy wide open middle field. He just overthrew it.
I know one thing. They got a guy crunched over there on that right side on that run back.
Yeah, we got flags down, too.
Hello.
Yeah, there's flags all over the field. Coach Haddock's out on the field talking to officials and saying, guys, he said, every flag doesn't have to be against Corbin.
Illegal participation.
No, they're picking up, illegal participation on Whitley. I guess they were talking to Justin about whether or not to take the penalty or not. They're going to go ahead and move him on down the field, it looks like.
Well, I'll tell you, Whitley and
Ladies and gentlemen, they're
going to flip to the quarter right here, Burley. Hounds lead at 14-0, and Hope Thought will be right back in 60 seconds. Hounds on top. Back at Whitley County High School. Dave Cox, Burley Foley with you. 1 quarter in the books. Score on top 14-0. Hounds in pretty good shape right here. First down and 10. Looks like they're working from about their own 42-yard line. Knows the football just resting shy of the 42, or right on the 42, I should say. Now they're talking over the penalty, I think, Burley, is ineligible participation. Is that correct?
Yeah, I think that's what it was.
Maybe they marked it off during the, I guess they did mark it off during the the 50 down to about the 47-yard line, gain of about 6, maybe 7 on the play.
He threw that ball good and sharp right there. Again, he can throw the ball downfield, but I like what Haddock is doing with him right here. He's trying to get him in a little bit of a rhythm, get some confidence. He definitely can run with it.
But he's going to cut him loose at some point in time. It's just in his DNA.
Right.
Haddock has no choice. He's got to throw it long every now and then.
Now, he's going to have to hold on to the football. He's going to have to do that for sure.
A gain of about 5 more, gets up a little shaken up there. He's going to split to the left side this time, 2 wides to the right. That's the short side. Sizemore takes it, leaves it off, take it back through. Knows going to keep it himself. Big guy turns the corner, and he's rumbling all the way down to the 40-yard line. I'll tell you what he is, Burley. And I'm an easy guy to fool, but he's pretty good at that football. He's pretty nifty with his fakes that time. I mean, I really thought he handed that one off. Enough for the first down to the Whitley 40.
Well, I'll tell you one thing makes him pretty good. Them 5 big guys up front there. Alex Gambrell, also Jacob Lovett. They got some mooses up front.
Yeah, Adam Storm's up there. Dylan Carrick, Ray Severe, Kobe Simon. First down and 10 from the 40 for Corbin, working for Whitley County side of the 50. Handoff left side. That's going to be Carter or Jewell. I'm not sure. A gain of about 3. Tucker down to about the 37-yard line. Now you wonder, though, this early in the year, Burley, how much fatigue plays into the game as this game gets deeper in. Corbin not playing a huge number of people both ways.
But not. I mean, that's a big deal.
Ellison splits wide to the left, Mitchell wide to the left side, Moore to the right side. I believe that's Carter in the slot to the right. Jewell flanking the quarterback, Sizemore to his right as well. Sizemore back to throw, throws off the right side. He's got his man out there, no gain this time. Going to the short side of the field, maybe a loss on the play of a yard will bring up third down and about 8. Whitley County defended that one very well.
They've done a pretty good job on the screens. They actually looks like they really worked on that and done a nice job.
I think that was Moore again, wasn't it? For Carter, excuse me.
Yeah, on the screen.
Third down and about 8 now for the Red. That's probably 4-down territory here, Coach. Would you say working from 37?
I think so. And it might be Cannonauga territory for long.
Well, yeah, you got to pick up a few yards, but you're right, they're getting closer. Sizemore working out of the gun, backs on either side. Changes cadence that time. We got some movement on the line, and maybe third more than 7 now. I think the Hounds may have flinched a bit.
Yeah, Moore jumped over here. The outside receiver jumped.
It kind of makes you wonder, I mean, why the receiver would do that. There's nobody within 10 yards. So you see it all the time.
Well, I think if you sit down with Coach Haddix right now and you'd ask him what he's happy about and what he's not happy about, I think he would say, I'm happy about the running game. Pretty good. Tucker, Sizemore, Carter, French. What I'm not happy about is mistakes and penalties.
Yeah, that's 45 yards, I believe, in penalties for Corbin thus far.
And they got a 14-0 lead.
Yeah. Football third down and 12, though, belongs to the Hounds working from the 43 of Whitley County. Probably 4-down territory. Maybe not now, though. Here's the blitz. Sizemore takes it, leaves it off to the second back through. Still on his feet, moving, churning forward all the way down to 35 is going to be Jewell again. Well, I tell you what, he got close enough, Coach, where they're going to have a shot at fourth down here. It's going to be fourth and about 5.
Yeah, they'll definitely go for it right here.
Gain of 7 on the play for Tucker. Or was that Carter?
That's Jewell.
Okay.
The reason I can tell by the running styles. I've seen them running up.
Well, the reason I said that, the PA guy said Carter. He's having a hard time as well. I don't even think Carter was on the field that time.
Again, I can't see the numbers either. I'm like you. I'm old, but I've seen these kids play enough. I can, for the most part, tell.
I'm like you. I'm old. That's not a very nice thing to say.
Well, you're older than me.
I wouldn't think so. We've got whistles again. The referees are taking this thing over right here. Timeout, okay. Timeout, Corbin. Is fourth down and 5 for the Hounds, working from the 35. We'll hang on to it right here. 8:35 to go in the half. Big play here, right here, coming up for the Hounds, leading by a couple of touchdowns. Now, 35 here, and so that's a 52-yarder, maybe a touch out of Cannonauga's range. But you're right, another 10 to 15 yards, he could punch it in from there.
I'll tell you what, the Redhound coaching staff's thinking right now. They're wanting to punch another 7 in right here.
Oh, there's no doubt. I think that the best thing they can do is hold on to the football and keep Woods on the sideline. He's already shown that he can bust one at any time. Good-looking player.
And I'll tell you, the way he plays, 14's not enough in this game.
Down top 14 zip, 8:35 to go. Big Skin Classic next week, Burley. Corbin taking on Louisville Wagner. Very interesting game in the opening matchup of the Big Skin Classic next week. Louisville Central and Knox Central.
Yeah, I'm anxious to see that one.
It will be a physical game, I'm sure. I really like the coach of Louisville Central. Tyrone Scroggins, just a guy that, he's a lot of fun to watch coach.
He's a good coach.
Obviously. He's got a fistful of rings, that's for sure. Fourth down and 5. Hounds ready to go. Sizemore in the shotgun. Backs flanking him to his left, 2 wide out to the right. Sizemore rolling to his left. The big guy looks, fires underneath, got a receiver right there, all the way down to the 29. That's going to be enough for the first down. Boy, I tell you what, A.J. Moore ran a perfect route that time, Burley. He picked up the first down by a half a yard.
I really like the way Coach Haddix is managing the game right here, David.
See, there's an example of what you talked about a minute ago, the left-handed quarterback rolling to his left. And he stepped into that throw, not throwing across his body. And well, that one had some mustard on it. First and 10 for the Hounds, working from the 29 of Whitley County. Clock continues to run, 8:24 to go in the opening half. Corbin on top, 14-0. Dave Cox and Burley with you. Burley Foley, I should say. Sizemore takes it, leaves it off. Second back through is Jewell, trying to bounce it outside. Stiff arms a couple guys, and he gets it down to about the 25. Gain of about 4 on the play. He was one stiff arm there, Burley, from taking that one maybe to the end zone.
Yeah, again, Tucker's getting a lot of carries here. The only thing you worry about these 170-pound backs, David, you know, come week 11, 12, and 13, should we get into those weeks, you're beat up pretty good. But it won't be because he's not tough enough. It's just, you know, I hope his body will hold up. He's mentally a tough kid.
Second down and 7 for the Hounds, working from the 26. Now I think certainly in Cannonoo territory from here, Burley, should Corbin's drive stall just a bit. Sizemore in the gun's going to keep it himself, starts up the left side, makes a nice cut at the line of scrimmage, gets down near the 20-yard line, and a flag on the play thrown in the area where you would expect a hold, and that's what it is against Corbin. Well, what's new? That's about 6 or 7 penalties against the Redhounds.
Wow.
You know, how do you get a hold on an inside? I mean, I guess you can. I guess it's possible, but what? Corbin being flogged right now by the penalties. That's 60 yards in penalties right now on six flags for 60 yards.
They've come at crucial times too.
Yeah, that one pretty much capable of taking points off the board. Second down and 16 now on what would have been a 1st and 10 at the 20.
Well, that changes the complexion of the game, doesn't it?
Well, it does. It really does. You know, Corbin on top 14-0. And it's been from the same official. The same guy's called 5 of the 6 penalties. Carter in motion. They're going to fake it to him, or they're going to hand it to Carter. Tries up, get around the right corner, makes one guy miss, still on his feet, turns the corner, still going. He's close to the first down. He may have picked up the first down, brought it all the way down to the 20, or maybe the 19-yard line.
Now, that was a jet sweep there that you asked me about before, and I'm telling you, he got that. He ran it like you're supposed to run a jet sweep.
I like the Carter kid. You remember last year we talked about him. He just shows flashes of brilliance, and this is a kid I think that's really going to come into his own this year with enough touches the football.
Yeah. If he has a good year, and that certainly, we've seen that Tucker has the talent to give us a good year. That's going to make Corbin a pretty good running football team. When you've got 2 backs rather than 1, it's certainly better. And it doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure that out.
We got these big hogs up front too. That certainly helps too. 1st and 10 from the 18. Sizemore takes the snap. Going to keep it himself. Big guy lowers his head. Push the people out of the way. He's headed for the end zone. There he goes. He heads down. Touchdown. Corbin. Sizemore goes in. Standing up. Corbin, 3rd touchdown of the night. Lead it 20-0. Most importantly, no flags on the play.
Yeah, I'm telling you, our offensive line's knocking them off the football. Sizemore did a good job running it, but I got to tell you, them big cats up front, Colby Sima, Jacob Lovett, Alec Gambrell, Carrick in there, really knocking people off the football right now.
The tackle on this end, I'm not sure, was it Sima the tackle on this side?
Also, Braden Severe, looks like number 56 in there too, David. Maybe John Love, is that right?
It is John Love, you're exactly right.
And again, I apologize. I'm having a hard time picking up some of the numbers as well.
Cannonoo set to attempt the extra point. Snap is a good one this time. Steps into it, drives it right down the middle. Corbin extends their lead 21-0, 6:46 to go in the opening half of play. We'll step aside, catch our breath, and be back to Whitley County High School. Stay with us. You're listening to Redhound Football on T107.
What does it take to protect the environment for future generations? About 20 seconds. That's all it takes to enroll in Cumberland Valley Electric's Simple Saver program. Simple Saver helps you be more energy efficient and protects the environment. Plus, it credits your electric bill $20 annually for each central air conditioner you enroll in the program, and $10 for every electric water heater. Simple Saver. Go green, get green.
Just call 1-800-305-5493 to sign up. Cumberland Valley Electric, a Touchstone Energy cooperative.
Back at Whitley County High School, Corbin on top 21-0, 6:46 to go in the opening half play. Burley, I've got a minute. I'd like to thank all of our Corbin Redhound sponsors. Got a couple new folks on board this year, and then some names that you will certainly be very familiar with. Bubby's Barbecue, Davis Salvage, they've been there forever, as has Pepsi Cola Corbin, Hometown Bank, Pennington Wellness, Chiropractic and Massage, Cumberland Valley Electric, Tri-County Cycle Sales, our buddy Eric Hart out there, Don Franklin Ford. Also thank our in-game sponsors, Froyo Frozen Yogurt. Would love to have some of that frozen yogurt right now. And our good buddies out at Tri-County Sporting Goods, Mike Haggard and all the good folks out there. We appreciate all of our sponsors. Cannonoo set to kick it away. Rose and Paul back deep. Cannonoo steps into it. This was not going to make the end zone. Rose going to fill it. Paul with the 5 fumbles it, picks it back up, starts at the left side, gets a little bit of a block, lowers his head, dives out over the 25, maybe the 27-yard line. and that is where Whitley County will take over first down and 10. Justin Davis, on the hit there, Burley.
Sure was, hustling down. Also, again, Sam's, number 31. Dustin Sam's.
And you hate to belabor the point, but having a kicker like that is so good. He didn't make the end zone with that one, but that ball was in the air for a long time.
That's better than the end zone sometimes.
Yeah, and the whole time, people just closing in on those guys. And if you tackle well, you should. And you made the point. Play on this end of the field as much as you can.
Well, let's see if Luke Woods can get them going here, David, because they really offensively struggled.
Woods looks like he's changing his play right from the get-go as he sprints out to talk to his wide receiver out to the left side. That was number 7, Cameron Rose out there. Woods moves up under center now. We got Boone on the line. In fact, Corbin may have jumped offside.
We moved, but I didn't think we were offside. Maybe we were. Boy, I got to tell you.
That's 7 penalties.
To have a 21-0 lead with the way we've been penalized, that's unbelievable.
Well, again, there's only a couple that I have taken offense with, and again, I didn't see him. There was a couple holds that I think you could probably call anytime you wanted to, but that, I really felt like we were offsides that time.
Well, this is early in the year. You're going to get some of that, David. You're going to get some penalties.
1st and 5 really opens up the playbook. Woods moves up under center, leaves it off with the second back through. It's going to be Swain hit and dropped right at the line of scrimmage. Got out to about the 34, maybe, gain of a couple of yards.
That may be their most positive play, David, to this point.
Number 23, Dawson Swain. Well, now the quarterback had a nice run.
He had about a 7-yard run.
When he got
I bet you they're less than 30 yards of offense here in the first half.
Josh Van Norton's next door. He's got the stats. Well, I want to see how many times Tucker's carried the football. I think it'll be deceiving. I don't think he's carried as much as we think. I don't think he's in double-digit carries yet. It may be mistaken. 2nd down and 2 now for Whitley County, working from their own 34. Clock winding here as we near the 5.5-minute mark. Woods going to keep it himself. Starts up the left side into secondary. He's going to be hit and dropped. A big run all the way inside Corbin territory down to the 45. That's what we expected to see out of that young man. Great run right through the middle of the Corbin defense. 1st and 10, Whitley County, Corbin 45.
There's a big play, and that's the kind of thing that can get you going. He looks a lot thinner than I remember, Dave.
He looks thinner to me than even in basketball. But now he looks a little quicker, too, I must say. He's a good player. And I think you're a high school version of Johnny Manziel. I think that's a good comparison as he runs it and throws it, but probably a little more dangerous with his feet. 1st and 10 for Whitley County. 5.5 to go. Corbin on top, 21-0. Woods going to give it off to Swain as he comes around the right side. It's going to be Paul, turns the corner at the 40, gets down to about the Corbin 38-yard line before he's wrestled out of bounds there. Jacob Holla, he's a handful, but they've got him listed at 175. I'm not sure he's not a little bigger than that.
Whitley County getting a little rhythm right here, a little momentum. Oh, they're not out of this thing. They can score some points. They put 21 on Hazard in scrimmage.
Yeah.
And Hazard's program's been very good.
Well, what Corbin needs to happen here is the penalty by Whitley County a little bit here.
Yeah.
Let's spread those out a little bit. 7 penalties called in the game, or 8 penalties called in the game, 7 on Corbin so far. 2nd down and 2 after the 8-yard run by Paul. Good-looking player. Woods going to keep it himself, starts up the right side, lowers his head. He's going to be close to the first down as he needed to make the 34, and I think he's going to be right about there. And that will move the chains for Whitley County. Clock continues to run. Will be a factor here shortly. 4.5 to go in the opening half. 1st and 10 for, well, they're going to say 3rd down and 1. They say short. I'm sorry.
The Whitley County's coaching staff, you got to tell them, hey, guys, we turned the ball over twice. And we can get right back in this.
Well, Tom Whitley County asked for a measurement right here. That's got to be really close. If you look at across the way, they wasted 20 seconds here over the ball. Quarterback handoff. He didn't make it. He lost a yard. Handoff up the middle to the fullback, Swain. He's going to be pushed backwards for Jacob Paul. He lost a half a yard. Now it's 4th down and probably a full yard now. Caleb Parker in on the hit. Well, it's going to be 4th and less than a yard, but that's
he looked like he lost yardage to me.
As poor a spot as he got a minute ago, I think they got a good one that time. But he was hit on the north side.
Yeah,
35. Big 4th down play here. Woods is going to call a timeout. 3:37 to go. Coach Jason Chappell wants to talk things over here. 3:37 left in the first half. Corbin on top, 21-0. 4th and 1 for Whitley County, working from the Corbin 34. Got some scores here to pass along. Is there courtesy of Wimber Foley. Lexington Catholic 21, Williamsburg nothing. Perry County 21, Ling Camp nothing. North 7, South 0. I'll tell you what, if you're a Laurel County football fan, how would you like to start out with North and South first game of the year?
I wouldn't. I'd want that to be throughout the year.
And that'd be about like Corbin or Kentucky playing Tennessee first game.
Right.
Well,
or Louisville like they used to.
Yeah. Coach, I think this is a big drive for both of these teams. Whitley County, if they could punch one in here before the half and get in 21-7, they'd have to feel like with the turnovers and the way that Corbin escaped a couple of third and longs, they have to feel like that they're in pretty good shape. Now Corbin, though, if they can hold them out of here, they're going to take that 21-0 lead into the locker room feeling pretty good with a lot of momentum.
Well, what it's done to Whitley, too, is caused them to use the timeout, and then they're probably going to have to run the football here, so it's going to hurt them clock-wise.
And I think they've used 2 timeouts, so if I'm not mistaken, they've got 1 more. Now, my stats are very unofficial. 4th and 1, Woods is going to work out of the shotgun. Corbin stacking the line of scrimmage. Here come the linebackers. Handoff up the gut. He lowers his head. He's going to have it. I believe that's Paul. He bangs it down inside the 35 to near the 33-yard line.
And number 32,
That was Nate Jackson, excuse me.
They lined Big 74 up in the backfield that time.
Well, I can understand. 74 is a good linebacker.
He's a good football player.
Clock continues to run. Under 3.5 to go now. You got to watch the Woods trying to take a shot at the end zone right here. He's got that live arm all the way wide to the left side. His favorite receiver, Cameron Rose. He's one-on-one out there with the Corbin defensive back. Here comes Jackson in motion. Woods going to keep himself, start with a hit and drop right the line of scrimmage. Well, that's just an arm tackle by a really strong young man right there. Caleb Parker just reached out and grabbed him and said, come here.
Yeah, that's a nice defensive play right there. He came on a slant inside and just filled the hole.
Hey, Brock was going to do. Brock kind of forced him up into the hole, herded him towards Parker. That's a good defensive play, holding the quarterback Woods to a 1-yard gain. Clock beginning to become a little bit of a factor as we wind down to 2:44 to go here. 2nd and 9 from the 33-yard line. Whitley County football. Corbin leads 21-0. Here comes Swain in motion. Here's a wide receiver screen. They get it out to the left side, hit and dropped inside the 30, all the way down to about the 27-yard line. Gain of about 6. That's a nice throw and catch there. Number 8, Cameron Johnson with that catch.
Caleb Parker in on the stop then, and also Josh Hampton in the nose guard. He was out here in that screen play.
The good thing they did, Burley, is they kept him on the field. They did that. They herded him back to the middle so he could not get out of bounds and stop the clock. Plenty of time, though. 2:10 to go here. 21-0. Corbin on top. Whitley County threatening. 2nd and 4 from the Corbin 27. Woods back to throw. Slant off the left side. Incomplete. He got pressure there just a little bit. Cody Evans was right up in his grill. I thought Cody Evans got held that time. That would have been an opportunity as an official. If you wanted to call a hold, Big 79 tackled Cody Evans. It was a good tackle.
I don't blame him. He should have, because Cody was going to get there.
Cody was going to get there.
He did the right thing and got away with it. And you will get away with some of them.
We certainly got away with that one. And again, I try to watch. I do good just to watch the ball. I don't watch the linemen as much as I should. But when I noticed it, it's pretty obvious. 4th down and 4, big play here for both these teams. Let's see if the defense can rise up here and get the football back. Minute 50-something to go. Here's a whistle and play stop before we get underway.
Flag on the play.
Illegal procedure on Whitley. That's going to make 4th and 4, 4th and 9.
That don't hurt them a lot. They were going to have to throw it anyway.
I keep looking out here at number 7, Cameron Rose. Really good athlete. Kid returns kicks for them. He's out here one-on-one, and I'm not sure of the Corbin defensive back. I can't see the number.
23. It's
far side over there.
Dylan Dickerson.
Okay.
Dylan Dickerson.
That's a matchup I think that Woods is looking to exploit right there. He's got that same matchup again this time. 4th down and 9. Minute 31 to go. Clock stopped. Whitley County with the football working from the Corbin 32. Hounds on top, 21-0. Dave Cox, Foley with you here field side. Big defensive play coming up for the Hounds right here. 157. Okay. Put 20 more seconds on the clock. I guess it ran down from after the incomplete pass.
Oh, yeah.
Or they let it run for the penalty, I should say. Minute 57 to go. Whitley County with it, 4th down and 9. Woods Back to throw. Got some time. Sets up, fires down the middle. It's going to be caught. Threw it right into the hands of number 7, the guy we talked about. It throws right in stride, wide open across the middle of the field. More than enough for the first down.
Yeah, we just got a late break on the ball right there. We had a guy there. We just didn't break on the football.
Well, that time we gave him time. He had absolutely all day long to throw like a touch football game. That ball all the way down to the 15-yard line. Clock moving, 1:48 to go. Woods in the shotgun. Wideouts all over the field for Whitley. 2 to the right, 3 to the left. You got to watch Woods running right here. Corbin on top, 21-0, trying to keep Whitley County on the schneid here. Woods going to keep it. It starts up the middle, hits, spun around, dropped. Got down inside the 15 and a gain of about 2, but probably not what they were looking for. With only one timeout left. Clock continues to wind down. 1:24 to go. Tick, tick, tick. It will not move fast enough for Corbin right now.
Yeah. We're having trouble running in there. Big Josh Hampton, he takes up a lot of room, buddy.
Josh, a good kid. I see Josh very often working out the movies.
Yes, he is. Good football player, too. Really worked hard to become one.
We're going to be under a minute to go here before this one snaps. 2nd down and 8 from the 13. Woods, very dangerous. He's a running and a throwing threat. He's going to give it off up the middle to Swain. Breaks the tackle, still on his feet, hit and dropped a nice open field tackle at the 10-yard line. Defensive back coming up there for Corbin was number 20. Sure, I just can't pick up that number. That might have been number 20 there, Burley Henniger, I think. That was Brandon Henniger coming up with a big hit. 3rd down and 4. Clock winding down. 34 seconds to go. Ball on the 9-yard line. Woods may be changing his play. Glances down at his wrist. Looks at the play selection. Clock down to 23. Woods takes the snap. Going to keep him still. Starts up the middle. Is going to be hit. Breaks the tackle. Still running hard. Heads for the end zone. Dives forward. He refuses to go down. Going to be pushed out of bounds short of the pylon all the way down to about the 2-yard line with 14 seconds to go. Very determined run by Luke Woods.
That's what he does good, Dave. He keeps the play alive.
Well, it's going to get him a first down, which is probably a moot point with 14 seconds to go. They hit him probably a good 5 yards shy of that. Whitley County will be able to take some big momentum into the locker room here if they can punch this one in. 14.9 seconds to go. 1st and goal from the 2-yard line for the Colonels. Corbin on top, 21-0. Woods working out of the shotgun. Takes the snap, hands it off straight up the middle of Swain. He's hit and dropped. He's not going to get in. May have lost a yard or 2. Pushed all the way back to the 5-yard line. Clock continues to run. Now a quick timeout taken by Whitley County. Their last, I believe, 9.1 seconds to go. Dawson Swain, nowhere to go, Burley.
No, they stepped it up in there pretty good. I don't really like the play call right there, David. I think you got to sprint Woods out there a little bit and give him some type of room and get him out there in open space. Just not a lot of space. He had one good run in there, but a kid like that, you want to try to get him on the edge and force pressure on your defensive backs to make a decision. And you may see that right here. I don't know.
Coach, I'm pulling for Corbin. I kind of like the play call.
Well, yeah. Oh, make no bones about it if I'm for it.
I know. I understand what you're saying. I'm a little surprised by the play call. They were on the right hash mark, and I don't guess I described that initially, but they were on the right hash, the whole left side of the field open. I kind of thought they would roll into the left like they did earlier in the game. We'll set it up for you here. 2nd down and 2. They're going to give him forward progress to the 2-yard. I actually thought he lost a yard or 2, or yard to yard and a half, but 2nd down and 2, ball on the 2-yard line, 9.1 seconds to go. I believe Whitley County's out of timeout. If Corbin can stop him on this play, though, he's probably going to run out.
We got a guy we're not covering right here, Dave.
Yes, we do.
All he's got to do is throw it out there.
There we go. Now we stayed one over there. Woods working out the shotgun, directing traffic. Sends Jackson over to his left. Woods takes the snap, looks for the end zone, fires across the middle, got him touchdown. All wide open. Corbin did not defend that play. You called it, Burley. They were confused from the get-go.
Yeah, we didn't slide our linebacker over. We sit right there rather than make that adjustment.
That play eerily reminiscent.
When they moved that back to the other side, our guy has got to go to the other side. We didn't. We sat right there in it.
Well, that's just a good play call there by Woods. He directed that whole play himself. Nice play by Luke Woods. 21-6, Corbin on top, 6.9 seconds to go. It looks like Whitley County is going to go for 2, Burley.
That's surprising.
No, I take that back. I'm sorry. Woods is a holder.
Okay.
Dylan Wilson, the extra point kicker for Whitley County. Straight-on kicker, not a soccer style, doesn't look to be anyway. Snaps a good one. Wilson steps into it, drives it right through the middle. Whitley County cuts into Corbin's lead, 21-7. Hounds on top, 6.9 seconds to go in the half. That's a beautiful problem for Corbin, Burley. They got to walk down the field. You know, you're not going to keep a kid like Woods under wraps all night long.
No. He found some rhythm, found some things he could do. But again, we had a couple penalties in that drive that kept it alive for them, and they were penalties. You know, I mean, where they were, they weren't. They were called, and you can't do that.
If you're Corbin, you really hope that kind of bounces out in the second half. It has been very one-sided as far as the flags are concerned.
As far as the number of them.
Yeah, as far as the number, and the yardage as well. But at any rate, Corbin leads at 21-7. I think that if you had told Coach Haddix he could have a 21-7 lead at the half, he'd have been all over that.
He would have signed up for that.
Yeah, I think so. 6.9 to go. Corbin just does not need to do anything silly on the kick right here.
Well, if you're Whitley, you don't want to do something silly and kick it to them. I squib it right here. You got one play. I kick it right here in the middle of the field, and they'll kick it deep. Don't give them a chance to run it back.
There's a better than average chance there'll be a penalty on this play anyway. We haven't had one in 3 or 4. This front line here, you got to be careful. You just don't want to get in front of a bouncing ball, let it bounce off of you, and give them one shot at the end zone. Kick up the middle is a low squibber kick, just like Burley called it. Still buying up back at about the 35-yard line. Starts up the center of the field. Got a little bit of room. Big guy still rumbling, stumbling all the way to the 50-yard line. Hit and dropped a good run back. That's Dylan Brock. Good run that time by Dylan. He had some nice runs last year, but that's going to bring to close the first half of play. A good one for the Hounds. 21-7 lead for Corbin at the break. We'll take a timeout. Be back and talk to you a little bit about this first half. Go over things with Coach Foley and get you some statistics. As well. Cameron Johnson. Johnson standing about the 10-yard line. Cannon's got it teed up on the right hash at the 40. He's already got one into the end zone tonight. He'd love to get another one here. Again, this time he puts the foot to it. It's going to be close to the end zone. Driving swing all the way back to the 1-yard line. Starts up the center of the field. Reverses this field now. Slides through a couple tackles. Will be hit and drop short of the 20 to about the 18. Well, I tell you what, it's like a broken record. But what a weapon when you can boot that thing down into the goal line.
It is. You know, Justin Davis down on that stop. Also, Cameron McGuett and Noah Taylor. Noah Taylor, a young freshman, promising freshman.
You hear a lot of good things about him coming out of camp as well. Tommy Greer was talking about his bright future at many different positions. I'll tell you what, that's the second time Justin Davis has been down on kickoff coverage. All right, buddy, I think the biggest drive of the game right here for this Corbin defense. Woods moves up under center. Takes it, keeps it himself, starts around the right side. He's got some room to run. He's in the secondary. He's off to the races up the right sideline, all the way up the 42-yard, but then he's face mask at the end. Had another 15 on, more than likely, and no contain around that right side. Very simple play. Woods took it, sprinted around the right side, and off to the races.
Yeah, actually, David, believe it or not, he ran at Harley there. That time Harley didn't get out here quick enough. He's no match for Woods with his foot speed, but he can out-contain him.
It's DJ Murphy out here that tracked him down, prevented the touchdown, but also the penalty will go against Murphy and Corbin, though. So Whitley County, just in great field position after the penalty. Did they call it an inadvertent face mask, a 5-yarder? The first and 10 for Whitley County from their own 48-yard line. The Corbin defense certainly going to be tested here. 21-7, Corbin on top, just underway, second half of play. Woods moves up under center. Little guy keeps it himself. Big hole right up the middle. Sidesteps a couple, flips, but he picks up the first down all the way down to the 40-yard line.
I told you, they're finding some rhythm now, finding some things that he can do.
Well, he's a handful, and he's kept the football in his hands on both plays this half. He's picked up 60 yards. And Corbin had him pinned in pretty good shape down there, down to the 17-yard line. 2 big runs by Woods and a Corbin penalty. Woods moves up under center. Well, the linebackers are a long way off the line of scrimmage, it looks to me like. Here's a handoff straight up the gut. He's going to be hit and dropped again. Woods took a little break off on that play, and Swain nowhere to go. He's hit and hammered down a loss of a yard on the play.
I'll tell you, David, I don't see Dylan. Yeah, there he is. I didn't
That's
see
a
Dylan
tremendous
Hodges.
spot, Burley.
Boy, it was. I thought, man,
Wow, he lost a yard and a half on that play. They've marked it about a half a yard gain. I'm telling you, the official literally threw that ball forward a yard and a half.
yeah, I thought he lost on the play.
Okay, second down and 9. 10:40 to go here in the third quarter of play. Woods takes it, looks to throw. He's got some time. Little guy steps up in the pocket, wants to run with it, dancing around. He's going to be trapped, and now he's finally going to be hit, slung to the turf. Good defensive play that time. Number 9, Caleb Parker. Let me tell you something. People are going to hear his name a lot this year.
He's played well
Kid's
tonight.
athletic.
He played well tonight. He really has. And I didn't know about him.
You know what I like about him? He's got a little fire in his belly.
Yeah.
This kid's got some enthusiasm. He's bopping around on the field, and he's already had 3 big plays in this game. Third down and 10 now. Big third down and 10 here. Or actually third and about 15, I should say, for Whitley County. Maybe a touch longer than that. Working from the Corbin 49-yard line. They need to get down to the 30. Woods is very dangerous right here. Line number 7, it's his favorite target. Back to throws Woods. Pump fakes, throws it down the left side on this one up for grabs. Running under it, incomplete down the left sideline. And that one stayed in the air quite a while. Again, throwing for Johnson, I believe, down that left sideline. Whitley County's going to have to punt it away, I believe.
He had his feet, too.
He was beat. He got down in that pocket of White, but the ball was in the air such a lot. I don't know if Roethlisberger could have got that one in there. Trying to pick up the punter here. That was number 22. I said Johnson down there, but it wasn't Johnson. Actually, it was number 22 for Whitley County. They turned the lights off on us in here, Coach, and Logan Landon, actually the receiver there. Can you get the punter's number?
Not yet.
Not Wilson. High snap almost over his head. Steps into it, gets away a pretty good one, and it's going to be fair caught back at the 15-yard line. Ellison, I believe, and that will be first and 10 for Corbin at 15. So the defense bent a little bit, Burley, but they did not break. Hounds get it back, and what they need now is one of those time-consuming touchdown-producing drives.
Well, they'll go right back to what they did in the first half, I think, David. They want to control the ball.
Hounds all gathered up around the coach over there on the sideline. Now they sprint out of the huddle. 9:37 to go in the third. Corbin on top, 21-7. First and 10 from, let's call it their 16-yard line. 2 wide outs to the left, 1 to the right. Sizemore working out of the shotgun. 2 backs flanking him to the right. That's an odd formation. Haven't seen that one before. Now they're going to hand it off on the jet sweep to Moore. I believe he's got some room. Lowers his head, bangs it around the corner all the way out for about an 8 or 9 yard gain. I think that was A.J.
Well, those numbers are hard to pick up, aren't they?
Well, as it got darker, it's impossible. Now, it looks like they're wearing white T-shirts. They say that was Jewel. I don't believe that was Jewel. That was a pretty tall kid there.
That wasn't Jewel. I think it was Caleb Mitchell. So
Maybe it been Mitchell. It was the wide out on this side. And again, folks, I apologize. I just cannot see the numbers at all.
Bugs Bunny couldn't see them.
Backs flanking quarterback Sizemore to either side. Handoff up the gut. Jewel hit in the hole. Breaks the tackle. Is in the secondary. Makes one guy miss. Still on his feet all the way down to the 45-yard line of Corbin. Great run that time by Tucker Jewell. That was Tucker Jewell right there. Boy, I tell you what, Burley. He's a fine player.
He made a miss in the hole right there, David. They had a dead beat on him. The linebacker did. And they made him miss in the hole, and he picks up a big gainer.
He carried him 9 times for 70 yards in the first half. A big gainer that time. First and 10 for Corbin from their own 46. Good play by the safety of Whitley County to pull Tucker Jewell down to prevent a touchdown. Sizemore working by himself in the backfield. Looks to throw. We've got a penalty flag down again, and Corbin's offside.
Wow.
And again, I believe it's that wide receiver on that right side, right in front of the Corbin bench.
It is.
I just don't know why you do that. You don't gain anything a half a step over there.
Yeah.
A lineman may be firing off the ball, but you're not even blocking on that side. They were 5 yards off of him.
I mean, you got a 21-7 lead, and the thing you don't want to do is come out and make mistakes and have bad plays.
Well, and stop the clock. You know, you're first and 10, now you're first and 15, but not only that, you stop the clock. Not that you're trying to run out a 21-7 lead, but you break your momentum. And that's happened with 3 different receivers now. Sizemore working out of the gun by himself, looks to throw, sets up, wide receiver screens, got his man out there. One guy misses, ball's loose. Whitley County's going to have it. Big pile up on the play, and they're going to uncover players out here. I said Whitley County's got it. It looked like it was all red shirts. One Corbin guy come flying in there. And the Colonels do have the football.
Honestly, David, again, Corbin's got a 21-7 lead. They couldn't play any worse mistakes than they played.
That's a byproduct of the penalty, Burley. You're first and 10. Your first and 10's to 50. You can go ahead and keep pounding that thing. You go first and 15. You feel like you got to change your play up, and you throw it out there and turn it over.
Yeah, you still got to hang on to that thing.
That's exactly. Oh yeah, I agree. And I'll be honest, I have no idea who the receiver was. No idea. You just can't. You can't see the numbers from here. Woods has it, rolling to his right. Looks, sets up, fires on down the left side. He's got a man wide open. Caught all the way down inside the Corbin 20 to about the 18-yard line. He was dead wide open, 3 steps behind everybody for Corbin. Woods had all day to throw it.
Our safety just sit right there in the middle of the field and never did go over there. The corner let him go like he's supposed to, and then your free safety's supposed to go over there, but he never went.
Well, this is a tremendous change in momentum here. Corbin would have had it first and 10 down in Whitley County territory. Instead, Whitley's got it now first and 10, working from the Corbin 18. Woods, the multi-threat quarterback, takes the snap. Going to keep it himself. Starts up the center field, hit and drop, short gain on the play, maybe 2 or 3, I would say. Going to bring up 2nd and 7. And again, you feel like you've done a great job if you're holding the 3 yards.
Yeah.
And what they have done, they've got this Whitley County crowd who was very dormant in the first half back into it.
Oh, well, we're setting ourselves up here for a barn burner.
Too many mistakes. Again, double-digit penalties and turnovers at key times. Not which one. Really, Corbin could have turned it over once in the first half there, Burley, and managed to fall back on it. Woods on 2nd and 7, directing traffic, takes the snap. Takes it and is going to give it off to Jackson up the middle. He's hit at the line of scrimmage and dropped. Lunges forward for a gain of a couple, maybe. Will bring up 3rd down and 5. Probably in 4-down territory, though, are the Colonels working from about the Corbin 16.
Oh, they certainly are.
Cody Evans on the tackle.
Good job by Cody Evans. Got a hold of an ankle there on Jackson and held on until help arrived. Clock continues to wind down. 7 minutes and 7 seconds to go in the 3rd. I can tell you this much. I don't think 21's going to win this game.
I don't either.
The Hounds are going to have to score again. They really need to stop right here, though. 3rd and 7. Woods directing traffic. They got big 74 in the backfield now. Coach lined up on that right side. They're going to give it off up the middle. No, he's going to keep it himself. Start to the left side. He's got the first down and more down near the goal line. Flags come down at the end of the play. That's got to be on Corbin as well, you would think.
I wouldn't know who anybody else it would be on.
Well, it's really not been on anybody else thus far tonight. But Woods was the only Whitley County player in the vicinity. Personal foul, Corbin.
That's linebacker plays. What that is, Dave. On that read right there, you got one linebacker's got to go to the back, and then the other one's got to come to the quarterback, and we're not getting there.
Of course, it's easy to say from up here, but you would almost say that you would assign somebody to Woods, period. And but you think about it, we've not called a lot of linebackers' names just yet. Really kind of doing a good job of getting bodies on our linebackers thus far. So first down to go from the 2 here. Whitley kind of trying to cut into that Corbin 21-7 lead. Woods has it, leaves it off to Swain. He takes it in the end zone. Touchdown, Colonel. We are in one here. 6:24 to go in the 3rd. Whitley County has scored 13 in a row. Will be 14 if they can hit the extra point here. And it's an early season gut check for the Redhounds, Coach.
Well, it is, David, but I got to tell you, boys, it's hard to play when you turn the ball over and have 13, 14 penalties.
Well, a penalty in high school football is similar to a turnover. You're going to get to punt it, but it generally takes you out of the drive. It changed the whole complexion of the last drive. Wilson on to attempt the extra point. Woods is the holder. 6:24 to go in the 3rd. Whitley County trying to get the high snap. Woods gets it down, though. Kick is a bullet, low and through the uprights. Whitley County Cuts Corbin's lead to 7, 21-14. Hounds on top. Corbin scores 21 straight. Whitley County comes back to 14 straight of their own. We're going to take a 30-second break, then we'll be right back. We left just a bit early. There was a little bit of action after that extra point. Another penalty on Corbin. Imagine that. Another personal foul penalty called by the official on the extra point. So Whitley County is going to get kicked off probably from Corbin territory. And, you know, if you're Corbin here, Coach, I think, you know, you've got to watch for an onside kick here.
I think
you can onside that thing and still not give up very much field position. As Whitley's going to get to kick it from the Corbin 40, I believe. Corbin 45, I should say.
If I'm Whitley, I pooch this. I don't want it in the end zone.
But no, you kick it 10 yards right here, and even if Corbin just falls on it to 35, you take a chance of it. Corbin does not have their hands team in there. We've got all linemen up on the front.
And nobody in the middle. 17's got to move over in front of the ball.
Yeah, this is a bit of a problematic.
Got to move him in front of the
formation.
Guys.
I don't think he's going to try to kick it deep, but we'll see what happens. Like back deep is A.J. Moore, and he does kick it deep. Moore's going to field it on the fly at the 1 yard line. Starts up the center of the field. Got a little bit of an alley. Lowers his head, bangs it forward, gets out over the 20 to about the 22-yard line. But based on where Whitley was kicking from, not bad.
No, not too bad. Not too bad. Well, Corbin's got to be patient here and not try to do too much. Come right back and you know, try to get a score.
Well, what you got to do is hold on to the football and try to stay away from the penalties. You know, offside penalties on your wide receivers are going to cause you problems.
Yes, they are.
You know, you have backs who are going in motion and make mistakes, but when you got guys who really aren't even involved in the play as of yet, that's happened several times tonight. And then we put the ball on the ground a couple times as well.
That's right. Well, they turned it over. That's what we did right there.
First down and 10 for the Hounds. Hey, it's not all bad. Corbin's still ahead by 7, 21-14, 6:17 to go. Sizemore working out of the shotgun, backs on the other side. Whitley County shows blitz. They hand off right side. Jules got some room. Bangs it out over right tackle, running very hard. Protects the football all the way up to the 35-yard line. Gain of about 10.
That's Drew Carter.
Drew Carter, excuse me. It was Carter. I apologize. A very good run by Carter. I thought he was running a little lower to the ground.
He's got a little bit different style.
Yeah.
Tucker, if you'll notice, he kind of hops. And he hop in that hole and then he goes. And Carter's more of a, north and south kind of guy.
I like both those guys. I liked them both for a long time. They've been with Kopic around last year. Neither one of them got a lot of touches. First and 10 for Corbin, as that was enough to move the change. Fresh set of downs. Wide receiver screen left side. They come right back to the play they fumbled on a minute ago, and no gain whatsoever. Corbin has thrown 6 passes in this game, all of them wide receiver screens right at the line of scrimmage. At some point in time, you think they're going to have to just air it out down the field, if for no other reason than just to stretch the field a bit.
They've played that pretty good, too. You give Whitley County credit. That's just pretty good defense right there.
Well, they played it well the last 4 times we ran it. Again, that's a play that Corbin has got a lot of yardage on over the years. Second down and 10, working from their own 34. Clock continues to move. 5:17 to go in the third. Corbin on top, 21-14. Dave Cox and Bully Foley with you. Great opening night of football here to start off the 2015 season. Sizemore working out of an empty backfield. Now they bring wide receiver in motion and hand it to him on the jet sweep. He needs a block. He does get around the corner. That's Jonah French. He turns the corner. He's going to have the first down and more. Spins free all the way down to the 45-yard line. And what I'm really, really excited about, there's no flags.
Yep, and Whitley's coaching staff is screaming holding.
Yeah, that's unbelievable. But, of course, I mean, that's what I would expect if I were them. But it has been a penalty barrage on the Redhounds here tonight. No flags on that play. First down, a good run by Jonah French.
Sure was.
Just a speed coach and a little bit of toughness at the end to finish that run off for another 4 or 5 yards.
He's got some quickness.
Corbin in business, first and 10 at the Whitley 43. Sizemore takes the snap, leaves the second back through. Carter again, hits the hole. He's into the secondary. He's at the 30, lowers his head, bangs down to the 25-yard line. Good run that time by Carter.
Well, Corbin's not going to win the game up for 21 either, I don't think, Dave. They're pretty good up front. They're knocking people off the football. You know, our backs are getting a lot of accolades tonight and a lot of comments from us, but I got to tell you, it's them big guys up front pushing them off.
No question about it. That's a good hole right there. Nice trap block up front. Nice flanking Sizemore to either side. 2 wide outs to the right, 1 to the left. Corbin first and 10 from the Whitley 22. Clock at 4:37. Handoff right side. This is Carter again. This time he's tripped up right at the line. Lunged forward and may have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage, or a gain of perhaps a yard.
Whitley got a player banged up on the field.
Whitley County with the players slow getting up. I'll tell you what, I like 74, Burley, for this team. He's a nice football player. I really let's get that kid's name on the radio.
Yeah.
Time there here. He's a really good high school football player. Going to have to resort to reading my notes here. Tim Canada, 6 feet tall, 270.
Hey, let me tell you something. He can move.
You know, he reminds me of our dearly departed friend Steve Baird.
He does.
So much the way he plays. The same number. He's the same build as well. Handoff right side. French trying to get around that corner. He's got a host of people out in front of him. He goes airborne, hit and drop. Flags come down on top of the play again. Unbelievable.
It's going to be a hold on Corbin.
Oh, it's got to be a hold. This same cat has thrown 150 penalties, and Justin Haddock just puts his hands up in the air and says, "You got to be kidding me."
Oh, man.
I'm going to tell you, folks, I know that you're probably tired of hearing us whine about it, but this is
the numbers will tell you.
This is unbelievable. Unbelievable. This flag was thrown from the guy on the far side. That flag was in the air barely 20 yards.
I know.
Well, anyway, second down and about 16 for the Hounds. Clock continues to run, 4:05 to go. And the ball on about the 20, we're going to call it about the 24-yard line. No, excuse me, 29. I was off about 5 there. Sizemore takes the snap. Keeps it himself, looks to throw, rolling right, dumps it off underneath, incomplete. Boy, he got hammered, and the official not even looking at it. He got hit 2 steps after they let him go, and the official looking down the field.
Yeah,
I need to quit refereeing, but that's terrible. Third down and 15 for Corbin from the 29. Still 4-down territory here for the Hounds, you would think. And there was some running room there. That pass just underthrown a little bit. But, again, Whitley with good pressure up front, Burley.
Yeah, they're playing. I mean, we're getting a lot of penalties, but Whitley's playing. They've outplayed us here in this half.
Corbin needs to pick up 7 or 8 here, get themselves a shot on 4th down. Sizemore takes the snap, leaves it off. Picking his way left side is going to be, looks like Carter's got a little bit of room, lowers his head, gets it down to about the 20-yard line. Gain of about 9. That's a nice gain. We'll bring up 4th down and 6. I think that was Carter, wasn't it? Tucker, okay.
Tucker Jewell.
It almost came to a stop, and now we've got the officials talking about something else. Is there another flag I missed? They're talking to Whitley County. But the clock continued to run the whole time. Not sure what all that's about, but Whitley County cuts itself, turning around and imploring the fans to get into the game. 4th down and 7. Big play here for the Hounds, working from the 20-yard line. Corbin going for it on 4th down. Sizemore trying to draw him offside. Doesn't look like he's going to be able to do so. Glances over at the sideline. They're in Cananoo field position right here. They're going to take a timeout and talk things over here. 3:06 to go in the third. Corbin up by 7, Burley. We're going to hold on to it right here. Do you bring Cananoo out and try to make this a 2-score game?
No, I don't think so. I don't. I think it's a bad angle, first of all. If it was more in the middle of the field, maybe. But I don't like it from this angle where we're at.
I'll bring him out and fake it.
You could do that. You were talking about a 37-yarder.
The ball's on the left hash mark. Cananoo is a right-footed kicker, so you're right. It is a bad. Well, depends on if he hooks it, I guess. But you're on the left.
It's a good angle for a right-footer, but right-footed kid. But
he is on the hash.
Yeah.
He's not in the middle of the field.
If he's in the middle of the field, I like it better.
But that gives you the whole right side of the field if you did want to fake it right here, and you can't pick up the first down with a 7-yard gain. Working from the 20, 3:06 to go in the third. Corbin on top by 7. This has turned into a great football game. Corbin ran out in the first half. It looked like they were going to run off and leave Whitley. leading 21-0. The Colonels have scored back to score 14 in a row. And they certainly have momentum on their side. Their fans on their feet. Corbin's fans rise to their feet across the way. And we got too many guys on the field. They motion Tucker Jewell off of the field. Pretty heads-up play there by the quarterback Sizemore, Burley. Cameron's going to work out of the shotgun. Takes the snap, looks to throw, steps up, they're after him. He's going to run it, he's going to take it in for the touchdown, I believe. Angles, lowers his head, takes it in. Let's see the signal. Touchdown. No, he's going to be short, I'm sorry. He's looking at the wrong runner, but we'll pick up the first down.
That's a heads-up play by Sizemore out there.
They would have scared that ball like a local drug dealer. A great run, and the field opened up in front of him. He would pick up the first down. They dropped the first down. But that was getting the wrong line. He's got a bad angle here. He's just inside the 10. He's somewhere around the 7-yard line. First and goal for the Hounds. But again, looked like he was going to get that thing all the way in there. But a good job by the Whitley defensive closing. Sizemore working out of the gun. Empty backfield. Fumbles the snap. Picks it up. Gets hammered. All the way back to the 15. Bad snap. I tell you what, Corbin's done absolutely everything they can do to keep Whitley in there.
I know. This is a bad snap.
And you know, really, the first bad one's after night, though.
It is.
Second down and goal from the 15 now.
Now you start thinking about Cannon there a little bit.
Well, the ball's on that right hash mark. He really has a bad angle now for a right-footed kicker, but still a couple plays to go here. If you're thinking about Cannon, you may try to get that thing in the middle of the field a little bit, but I have to believe Corbin's going to try and get it in Tucker Jewell's hands. Clock winding down to 2 minutes to go in the third. Hounds lead by 7 with the football. There's Jewell with it. Tries to bounce it outside. Makes a nice catch. It's going to be hit and dropped up to 15. No gain on the play whatsoever, and that's the first time that Jewell's been hit for no gain tonight, I believe.
That's good defense by Whitley right there. They just really swarmed to the football.
Yes, they did. A big decision coming up for Corbin here. Even on this play, they did get the ball back into the middle of the field. Clock winds down, 1:34 to go in the third. Corbin leads it 21-14. You know, Luke Woods has got to be antsy over here on this sideline, but he's had a lot of success in this third quarter. Corbin's kept him off the field for a little bit now. Hounds come out 2 wideouts to both sides. Jewell to the left side of the quarterback. Sizemore on third down and goes from the 15. Sizemore looks to throw. Sets up. Ball fakes. Rolls to his left. Trying to get around the corner. He's not going to get there. Hit and drop at the 16. Now they're going to have it at the left hash mark. Will they bring Cannoneau out? Looking over there at the sidelines. Does not look like they're even considering it. 50 seconds to go. Well, we've used the timeout already on this drive. Clock winding down to 42 seconds. We're going to have to run a play. The shot, I call it the shot clock, but the game clock is down to 35. But the play clock is at 15. Corbin's going for it here. They are not bringing Canada in the game. This is a little more than an extra point from here, Coach. Now we've got a timeout taken by Whitley County. Well, I tell you, I don't know if I would have done that if I were the Colonels or not.
Yeah.
On a 4th and 14, they're going to give Corbin a chance to talk these things over. Maybe the Hounds will change their mind about the field goal. We're going to keep it right here during this break. What's your thoughts, Coach? You've been on that sideline for many games, so to speak. Would you kick the field goal here?
I would. Yeah, I would.
Let me ask you this. If you kick the field goal here and you miss it, the ball comes out to the 20, correct?
Right. So you're only going to lose 5 yards.
Yeah, you're losing 5 yards. So it's not like you're trying to really long-range field goal. Unless you've got that 14-yard play in your pocket that you've not pulled out of here tonight.
Well, you know, and again, it kind of depends on your kicker, too. You know, what he's been doing in practice and how well he's been kicking it. But a field goal gives you 2 scores, puts you up 2 scores. And, you know, pretty good defense. And we said, you know, all along that our defense would be the heart of our football team. So, you know, that would be the challenge. If you're who you say you are, then, you know, kick the field goal and play defense. But I'm not going to make those decisions. Justin knows his team a lot better than what I know him.
Let's look and see if there's any personnel changes. In particular, let's see if Noah Taylor comes in the game. If the kid that can throw the football from multiple positions,
he can.
And let's see if maybe they bring Noah into a little trickeration, as they call it. Now coming back out, they are not going for the field goal. They're going to go for it here on 4th and 14. 4th and goal from the 14, I should say. Sizemore in the gun. Will flanking him to his right. Sizemore back to throw. Sets up. Fires across the middle. Got a man out there. Touchdown, Corbin! Touchdown, Corbin! Unbelievable throw. Wow. A.J. Moore steps right in front of his man. That was a timing pattern, Burley. Ball thrown before Moore ever broke, and it's dead on target.
That's just a slant, and, left-handed quarterback throwing to the right side, but that one was right on target. A.J. put that thing away and got in the end zone.
Well, I'm going to tell you what, that's a gutty call. That's what that is.
Yeah, I wouldn't have went for the field goal. I'd have done that.
Yeah, that's exactly. You sure you would have. yeah. You and one other person in the gym. Oh, wow, what a play that time. Corbin trying to extend their lead. All-important extra point here. Cannon comes in, kicks it from about where the field goal would have been, drills it through the middle. Hounds on top 28-14, 20.1 seconds to go in the third. Wow, we're going to catch our breath. We'll be back in 30. Stay with us.
I love him, but he can be so forgetful.
Honey, where are my pants?
That's probably why he hasn't signed up for Simple Saver. All he has to do is visit simplesaver.coop to sign up.
What are they doing in the fridge?
You can save energy, help the environment, and get free energy bill credits. It's so simple. Simplesaver.coop. Cumberland Valley Electric, a Touchstone Energy cooperative.
Ooh, those are cold.
Back at Whitley County High School, Dave Cox and Burley Foley with you here. Justin Haddix rolls the dice, and it was a snake eyes, coach. It comes up a perfect strike that time from the quarterback Sizemore to A.J. Moore. Ran a beautiful pattern. Just cut. They had him one-on-one out there, and that's what A.J. Moore does. He's a body possession kind of receiver. A good blocked his man out, and a perfect strike thrown by Sizemore.
Yeah, and again, you can coach or fault or do whatever you want to, but if you're down there and you're Whitley, you got to press that guy a little bit. You can't let him get to the inside of you, and you got to make that ball be thrown the other way to the play.
To the far side, right.
So really just poor positioning that time by Whitley County. He's got to come up and take that away. That's the one thing you tell him. Hey, take the slant away. Make them throw it the longest way that you can make them throw it.
Well, Cannon sets the kick it away. Rose back deep, as is Jackson. Booms into this one. This one may get into the end zone, and it does. Tiptoes into the end zone. Well, that's two touchbacks tonight for Cannon. The catch was made by Swain at about the one, but his momentum took him, or Johnson rather, but his momentum took him back in the end zone. Oh, we've got a minute. I'd like to thank our in-game sponsors, Froyo Frozen Yogurt. They sponsor the pregame show with Justin Haddix, and then Tri-County Sporting Goods will sponsor our player of the game tonight. Burley got to be thinking about that a little bit. A lot of football left to go here, but we thank Froyo Frozen Yogurt, Tri-County Sporting Goods for keeping us going during the game here, and of course all of our good sponsors, and especially the new ones we welcomed on board this year. First down and 10 for Whitley County, working from the 20-yard line. Woods again, very dangerous, can score from anywhere on the field very quickly. Takes the snap, fakes it, going to run it himself, starts off left side, nowhere to go, hit and piled up at about the 20. He's very similar to Tucker Jewell in that you lose him in those piles, Coach. And sometimes they come squirting out of there, but that time they wrapped him up pretty well.
I like him. He's a nice football player.
And that's the end of the third quarter.
And that will bring to a close the third quarter of play, 28-14. Corbin on top. We'll be back with the fourth and final period of play after this short timeout. Stay with us. Back at Whitley County High School, Dave Cox and Burley Foley with you 28-14. Corbin leads here beginning the fourth and final period of play. It's going to be second down and 10 for the Colonels. The officials holding up play here just for a second. Now we're ready to go. Woods working out the shotgun, empty backfield, wide out two to both sides. Now they bring the slot in motion. They fake it to him. They're going to give it off to him. Got some running and straight up the middle field. Swain sidestepped a couple tacklers on his feet all the way out to the Corbin 36-yard line. Gain of 16 on the play, and just a jet sweep there. Boy, it'd be good running that time, Burley, by the Whitley County back, and a big hole to run through.
Yeah, that time made a little trap there, David. What they're doing is they're jetting him from that side, and they're bringing this right guard here and trapping inside. Looks like a play designed to go outside, but they're running that thing inside Harley. They're doubling him and then leading that offside guard up in on the linebacker. And it's a good play.
It is a good play. They've had some success with it. That's a first down for the Colonels. Fresh set of downs for Whitley County. 1st and 10 now from their own 36. 11:40 to go in the game. Corbin leads 28-14. Certainly way too early to be celebrating now. Woods will keep it himself. Starts up the center of the field. He's hit and wrapped up. This time he's going down. Don't see who the Redhound is. I'm going to try to read that number here as he gets up off the pile and see who that young man is.
Looks like Dustin Sams on the stop.
Nice play, just a little bit overzealous there at the end. I don't. He
Second down by number 31, Dustin Sams.
put a good tackle in the open field by Sams.
Second there for Whitley.
That's one of the few times that Woods has been wrapped up for a loss. 2nd and 12 now for Whitley County. Ball on their own 33. Just a big defensive series. Of course, we get it back, and then even if they don't score the next time, if they get it back up 14 and can run some clock, get 5 or 6 minutes out there, it could make it tough on the Colonels. Woods back to throw, sets up the screen to the left side. Here comes Johnson with it. He gets free from one tackler, starts up the left side, and he is snowed under over in front of the Whitley County bench.
I got to tell you, Lucas Ellison made a great play right there. He got blocked inside, got off his block, and got back in the play. That was just good hustle by Lucas Ellison.
I was thinking the same thing, but I was trying to read his number to see who that kid was because he got hit pretty good.
He did, and that's just a pure hustle play by him. That was a tremendous play.
For the two young football teams, Burley, only a handful of seniors on either side of the ball for both these teams. Future certainly bright for both these squads. 3rd down and 12, big 3rd down for Corbin. You need to get off the field on these 3rd and longs. Woods back to throw, straight back in the pocket. Here comes the rush. He fires down the middle of the field. It's going to be picked off. This one's caught, overthrown again. Back at the 50-yard line, Corbin football. That's number 20, I believe.
Yeah, that's Henniger, the freshman.
Henniger. He's getting a celebration over there, that's for sure. So that was a bullet thrown across the middle, and when Woods has been off, Burley, he's been off high.
Let's get which Henniger that was because he's a brother. There's two of them that are twins, and that was number 20. And I want to think that's Lucas, but I want to make sure here.
Hey, Coach, I've got my glasses on here.
Yeah, the lights are out.
Yeah, that is, you're exactly, Brendan Henniger.
Brendan Henniger.
Brendan Henniger. That's a great play there. But again, that's, when Woods has been off down the middle of the field, especially, and again, I think that's those big linemen with their hands up, making him throw the ball up just a little bit higher than he wanted to. Sizemore's going to work out of the shotgun, 2 backs in the I set, flanking him to the left. They're going to give it to the back of the kid off the back guy. That's going to be Carter. He's got some room. He's into the secondary. 30, 20, tries to turn the corner. What a move. Still down the sideline. Loses another tackler all the way inside the 10 down to the 8-yard line. Great run that time. Oh, my goodness.
Well, I'll tell you what makes a good football team, David, is 2 backs.
Oh, my.
That was a tremendous run.
Well, he started down the sideline, and you know how the guy has an angle on. He just stopped, and when the kid stopped, he just accelerated past him for another 15 yards or so.
Well, a score here would really make it tough on the
down inside the 10 at about the 9-yard line from the angle line, was yet possibly the 8. 1st down and goal from the 8-yard line. Clock moving, 10-17 to go. They kept him in bounds over there, which is a good thing as well. Sizemore, he may be the guy running it this time. And gives it off this time straight up the gut. It might be Jewell, I'm not sure. Hit and stacked up right at the line. May have gained a yard. That's generous, though. He's pretty much thrown backwards as soon as he took the football.
Again, Canada on the stop for Whitley.
Hey, he's a player.
Nice player. I got to tell you, he's a nice player.
I really kind of thought that might have been a time where they were going to fake that thing to Jewell and let Big Sizemore get his shoulder squared up.
2nd down and 8 here. Well, I'll tell you, if there's any I guess, preseason conclusion about Corbin. They can run the football pretty good.
Well, yeah. There's two good backs. I mean, those are two really good backs, and these guys up front. We're going to mention their names again. They have done a really, really good job tonight. Corbin's got to be nearing 200 yards rushing here in the contest. Second down to go from the 8. Clock continues to wind down. 9:15 to go in the fourth quarter. Plays Sizemore with an empty backfield. Takes it, keeps it himself. Going to try to get around the left side. Makes one guy miss. Still angling for the corner. Lowers his head. Dives for the pylon. Is going to be short, but he gets it down inside the 5 to about the 3. What a run that time by Sizemore, Burley.
He's a big kid. He was a big, bullish type kid.
Well, the angle I'm looking at is from where the official has him spotted down. It looks like it's at about the 2.
Not all bad. You get another play and then some clock.
Well, you're right. That's you can move the big guy up under center now and see if you can just root him out of there. Let's see if that's what they do. Now they're going to leave him in the shotgun. Nope, he's going to move up under center. Kind of thought he might. Takes the snap, lowers his head, spins into the end zone, waiting for his signal. He's got to be close to the end zone. I don't think he's going to get in this time, though. He's going to be just shy.
Short of the goal line, it'll be 4th and goal. Corbin from the 1.
Well, Corbin needs to score here because that would really make it very difficult for the Colonels. But with this Woods kid, nothing's impossible.
No, yeah, I don't feel safe till the horn goes off. He's a guy that can score from anywhere on the field. That's true. 4th down to go. It looks like from here again. We're all the way 70 yards from the ball. It looks like the nose of the football is right on the goal line. Looks really close. They're going to move Sizemore up under center again. Takes the snap, lowers his head, dives off right tackle, bulls his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Corbin. I'm going to tell you what he knows how to do. He knows how to get those shoulders down and move the pile. If my Jeep ever gets stuck in the snow, that's who I'm calling to push it out.
I got to tell you, there's some guys up there in front of him been doing some pushing tonight, too.
Yes, they have. That's a big touchdown there. Corbin extends their lead to 20, 34-14. Cannon on to attempt the extra point.
Again, a wonderful night for football, and Whitley County, what a great host they've been. I'll put this facility up against anybody's.
Well, it's a very picturesque setting with all the schools around. Here's the extra point attempt. It is long and strong right down the middle. Cannon stays perfect on the night. 35-14. Corbin on top. 7:45 to go in the game. We'll step aside, catch our breath, and be right back to Whitley County. Back at Whitley County High School, Corbin on top 35-14. I'd like to take a minute here to thank our sponsors, Bubby's Barbecue, Davis Salvage, Pepsi-Cola Bottling Company. Let me turn the lights on me here, so it's a little bit of a struggle. Hometown Bank, Pennington Wellness Chiropractic and Massage, Cumberland Valley Electric, Tri-County Cycle Sales, and Don Franklin Ford in London. Also, Tri-County Sporting Goods and Froyo Frozen Yogurt are in-game sponsors as well. Thanks to all those folks. Here's a low line drive kickoff going to be taken by Rose back at the 5. Starts up the left side, hit and drop. What a nice open field tackle. Wish I could see that young man's number because that was a fine play all the way back at the 15-yard line.
We'll pick him up there. I believe it's Noah Taylor.
So I'm going to tell you what, it's a great tackle by Noah Taylor because he had that kid one-on-one and he just locked up on him and flipped him right there about the 15-yard line.
This is a great group of freshmen, and he's one of them. I'm telling you, they've got some very, very talented kids. And you saw Henniger with a big pick tonight. How big is that for a freshman to be out there in his first game get a pick?
It's amazing that used to, back in the day, that never happened. A freshman never saw the field. I mean, but now you've got freshmen contributing in basketball and football, as well as other sports. Woods is going to move up under center. Starts around the left side. It's going to be hit and drop. They tried to run the option that time. Corbin did a good job of stringing that out, and Woods is going to fall forward for a yard, maybe 2. We'll bring up second down and 8. Clock continues to wind down, 7:27. Okay, if I'm Whitley right now, I'm thinking real hard about how often I want Woods running it the rest of this game. You're down 21, 7 minutes to go.
He took the words right out of my mouth.
He's taking some pops.
Yeah. and it's a long year. But that's the kind of kid he is. I guarantee you he's wanting to go.
Oh, no question. I just know how long a year it would be if they didn't have him. So he's going to work out of the shotgun, one back, or the pistol, I should say, one back in behind him is Swain. Amy Woods takes the snap. Going to throw it. Sets up to fire. Goes down the right side. Got a receiver out there. Off his hands. Incomplete. Just a touch high. It was a nice toss. Just a little bit behind the receiver who was open out there, Burley. That was
intended for 28. Red ball.
Intended for Jackson out there, I believe. Jacob Paul, excuse me.
Yeah, he found the seam there. We're going to have to do a little better job getting our safety over there. He's back there, but he's going to have to sprint on over there.
One thing I'll say about Woods, much we talk about basketball players who have a quick trigger. This kid's got a quick trigger. He can step into the ball and step into the pass and get it gone quickly. He doesn't have to wind up. Throws it like a catcher almost. Back to throw is Woods again. Fires across the middle. This is going to be a touch high, incomplete, intended for Johnson. And we've got a injured Redhound up there. Might be a cramp. He jumps up quickly. Is that Ellis? That's Mitchell, I believe.
You know, David, I'm on that interception a while ago. We might need to check that. That's DJ Murphy playing that free safety, and he's a junior, and he started there, and he's 28. He could have been the guy that got the interception.
Well, listen,
but it's hard to tell.
They probably won't wear these white jerseys at home, so the folks who aren't at the away games won't know how difficult it is to tell these. There'll be some parents upset because they don't know who their kid is out there. I'm telling you, it's really hard to see them. And as it's got dark, it's got more difficult. But they've got light gray numbers on a white jersey, and they've got a slight outline of red. It just makes it really difficult to see. Whitley set to punt it away. It's a low end-over-end kick. It's going to hit at the 40-yard line, takes the Whitley County bounce, and will roll almost to the 50-yard line where it's touched in there. Nice play by Moores. He thought about it. He had intentions of grabbing that thing on the bounce. Wisely moved away from it, and Corbin will take over 1st and 10.
Not with a 21-point lead.
Corbin's going to get it back, leading 35-14, 6:40 to go. We'd like to remind everybody to stick around for our Tri-County Sporting Goods Player of the Game. Have that coming up immediately following the broadcast. And I'll tell you what, I would sign up for this kind of weather for the rest of the season.
Yeah, for the rest of my life.
Yeah, here's the thing. It's going to be, before this season's over, it's going to be so cold we've got to use heaters. That's what's waiting on. That's what's around the corner. 1st and 10 from the Whitley 49. Sizemore takes the snap, leaves it off with Jewell. Tries the left side, prods forward, and picks up about 2, maybe 3 off left tackle. Will bring up 2nd down and 7.
Corbin just going to run some clock right now.
Now they Whitley's okay with that.
Yeah.
Hey, listen, I've got to give Whitley County some credit. They were down 21-0, did not fold the tents, got the touchdown right near the end of the first half, came out and got one immediately afterwards to start the second half. We're pretty close to the beginning of the second half, and really got back in this thing. Corbin then answered, and the defense got the turnover and the interception. Probably the big play of the game there.
Well, they're certainly not what I remember, David. This football program has come a long way, and again, I mentioned Benji Campbell.
Handoff French, left side. Jonah with a great run. Spin screens all the way in the secondary. Refuses to go down all the way down to the 30-yard line. Brother, he was hit at the line of scrimmage back at the 50. Spun free, got a little bit of an alleyway. Picked up about another 10 yards. Then picked up another 5 or 6 after contact then. Great run by Jonah French.
Just a little bit ornery run, wasn't it? He said, it's my turn.
Well, I'm going to tell you, that's a great run. 1st and 10. And the good thing is Jonah stayed in bounds over there, kept the clock moving, 5:43 to go in the contest. 35-14, Hounds on top. Corbin will be entertaining Louisville Wagner, the second game of the Cumberland Falls Invitational next week. Sizemore fields the bad snap, hands it off straight up the gut. That's a short gainer there, down to about the 30, gain of about 3. I didn't pick up that number. Coach, was it French again? Okay.
Tackle by number 32, Nate Jackson, on the short gain for the Redhound.
But the first game in that, the first game will be a good game as well, as Knox Central takes on Louisville Central. Louisville Central, Corbin's nemesis in the playoffs for seems like the last 15 years. Second down and 9 for the Hounds, working from the 31 of Whitley County. Clock inside 5 minutes to go now. Sizemore takes it, hands it off. French again, straight up the guts, got some room. Sprints all the way down inside the 20 to about the 18-yard line. Another gain of about 14 yards for Jonah French.
Yeah, I'm saying Corbin's in the process of developing three pretty good backs, aren't they?
Well, he's quick. This kid's a little different than the other two. Now Jules quick as well, and Carter has good speed too, but this kid is, the first couple steps is really quick.
Yeah, he's their jet sweep guy.
Excuse me?
He's their jet sweep guy, the guy they can get on the corner with.
He's certainly, now that long one he ran a minute ago, he broke some tackles as well. Backs on either side of Sizemore, the quarterback. Cameron takes it, leaves off with French again, trying to get around the left side. He's not going to make it this time. They corralled him pretty easily that time. A couple guys all over, and then the Whitley County player is going to be a little slow getting up, it looks like.
Well, as I said, I want to tribute a little bit here to Whitley County. They came in here, they weren't intimidated, they played hard, they did some good things. They got a nice quarterback. They got a really nice defensive player in the Kennedy kid too as well. They had their chances at times. They could have actually tied this thing up, but Corbin just a little too much up front. We've knocked them off the ball pretty good, David. I know our backs they're going to write about the backs tomorrow, and as they should. But at the end of the day, it's them big guys up front I think's really done a good job.
I would have to agree. And off right side this time there is a jet sweep, and it's going to be off to Carter, I believe, and inside the 15 to about the 12 maybe. I do hope this. I hope Corbin wears the red jerseys at home, and they've got gray numbers.
They will wear the red ones. But they're very similar to these.
Yeah, as long as the numbers, and even if the numbers are gray, that's going to be fine. Gray or white, we can deal with that on the red jersey.
Maybe we should get you an eye point.
Maybe I do. Maybe I need to get a better spotter.
Well, I'd build you out all night. If it wasn't for me, you wouldn't have known anything.
I think a better spotter be you should get the eye point. It'd certainly be cheaper. Third down and 3 for Corbin from the 12. About 2:50 to go here in the game. Clock winding down. Corbin comfortably on top, 35-14. Now they're going to have to spend a time out there. Got a little bit of a personnel issue there. We'll hang on to it right here. Talk a little bit about the Cumberland Falls coming up next week, Coach. Louisville Central, Knox Central. How do you see that? That's really a contrast of styles.
Boy, it is. And, it'll be speed against power. Knox Central has a nice quarterback over there in Jackson Stewart. Caused us some problems last year. Corbin got out of there with a win. Scotty Russell's got the program in pretty good shape over there. They're going to come in and play against anybody. I looked at their schedule, and you're talking about somebody's got a killer schedule. Knox Central's got a tough schedule as anybody. Really? Yes, they do. And, it starts off tough with Louisville Central. But, it
doesn't get much tougher than that.
No, I mean, it doesn't. And the varsity club does such a nice job putting that thing on. All those guys, if I start naming names, I believe somebody out. But the club in general, just for years now, really they treat the teams really good, and it's a nice evening of football.
And then that's the compliment I was giving the folks down here. This reminded me of one of those events.
It very much like.
It's just a really good atmosphere.
Oh, my hat's off to Whitley County. This was first class.
Third down and 3, handoff off the right side, lunging forward close to the first down. I'm not sure. It may have been Carter. It was 15 Carter. He got just inside the 10. So I think that will be a first down. So that brings up first down and goal for the Hounds. Back to that thought you just had, though. Evidently, we over the years of getting beat by Louisville Central have developed a pretty good relationship with those guys. Because we seem to trade a lot of tape with those guys. I hear the coaches talking about it. There's a lot. I think there's mutual respect on both sides. But they were here last year. The big playoff game obviously ended the way everybody knows the way it ended. But I'm glad you're coming out. I think that adds just an extra element of intrigue to the evening.
No question. Quality team.
Sizemore gives it off on the pitch to French. He's trying to get around the corner. He angles for the pylon. Will not get there. Going to be chased out of bounds at about the 3. He will stop the clock with 2:14 to go. One thing I think Corbin, and if anybody can make this happen, Coach Haddix can. I think Corbin's going to have to develop some kind of downfield passing game at some point.
Oh, they will. But, you got a sophomore coming in here, and he's backed up by a freshman. You don't have a lot of depth at that. Or 2 freshmen, actually, or backup quarterback. But it takes time for that. It really does. And I really thought Coach Haddix's patience was really good in this game tonight. Because, like you said, you know what he wants to do.
No, there's no question.
But I don't think this team's ready for that just yet.
Sizemore takes the snap. The ball was fumbled, actually, on the snap. Ball's loose. Whitley County says they have it, and I believe the Colonels do. But again, to me, that's a testament to Whitley County still playing hard. They could have laid down right there and let Corbin punch it in. They did not. They fired off the ball, caused a bad snap, and picked up the football. I will tell you, Whitley County's going to win against, but they're in tough. They're, 4A?
I'm not sure.
I believe. I look at their schedule. They play some big boys, too. And they're in for a difficult schedule, as is Corbin.
Oh, there were moments when they were really in this thing. I mean, it got away from them. But at the end of the day, when you look at the stats, Corbin just really couldn't stop the Corbin run.
That's very true. Now,
that kept their offense off the field.
And Woods is back in the game at quarterback. I'm a little surprised by that. Of course, I don't mean to try and coach their team for him, but it sure would be bad to see him wrench an ankle right now with this game really not even in content. But they're going to take a timeout, so we'll take a break as well. We'll be back in 30. Corbin leads at 35-14. We'll be right. Corbin on top, 35-14. They turn it over deep in Whitley County territory. 2:09 left to go in the contest. Whitley County's got the football 1st and 10 at their own 4. It looks like Luke Woods still in the contest for the Colonels. Takes the snap, hands it off. Off the right side is, I believe, Jackson. He's going to be hit and piled up at about the 5-yard line, gain of 3. Working off of right tackle there. Under 2 minutes to go now in the contest. But interesting game. Looking at Corbin's schedule, I was excited because this is kind of a broadcast guy's, best case scenario. Get to play Mayfield. Going to meet halfway there at Lindsay. Is it Lindsay Wilson? I guess halfway. Play on the turf. Get to play Mayfield. You've got the traditional Bell County game. You've got the Whitley County game here on the schedule. I think Knox Central on the schedule later on in the year. Pulaski Southwestern, really, really good schedule. And for a young football team, that will certainly get them ready for the playoffs. Woods takes it, leaves it off with the second back through. That's going to be Jackson again, trying to get outside. He's going to be hemmed in there out near the 20-yard line. Pretty good gain of about 12. Corbin does a good job keeping him in bounds. We'll keep the clock moving as soon as they reset the chains at 1:15 to go here.
Well, folks, if you're in a car listening, don't be in any hurry from what I see going out there.
Yeah.
It's going to be a while.
Yeah, I'm not in any hurry to get to the vehicle. We're parked, and again, that's thanks to Whitley County. They got us right here by the gate. But that also put us on the farthest end of the parking lot getting out of here.
You think that's what they did?
Hey, I've got a Jeep. Let me cut through there's a shortcut out of here somewhere. Under a minute to go, Woods takes the snap, hands it off right side. This is going to be Swain trying to get around the right corner, hit and drop at the line of scrimmage. Corbin's still playing very hard as well. A lot of new guys out there. And again, I would love to tell you their names. I just can't, at this point, I can really not see the numbers.
Swain on the carry. Short game.
We'll do a lot better job next week. We're going to maybe get us a set of binoculars. I don't know that would help a whole lot, though. 22 out here, Burley. Who's 22? That's a good-looking kid.
Jacob Moore.
Okay, he's also the punter. He's playing this right corner. He's a new guy. Number 9 also in the game for Corbin. Try to get that name to you. Here's Woods back to throw. He's being chased back there. He loses one rusher. Steps up into the pocket. Breaks free. Well, I tell you, Corbin kid got blocked there. Woods fires long down the left side. He's got a receiver right there. It's caught. Ball fumbled. Picked up by a Whitley County guy. Heads up the right sideline. The whistles are going to blow. They're going to say incomplete. No catch. Well, that was fun. 6.5 seconds to go. Whitley was close to scoring a touchdown there.
Yeah. And what would that do right now? I mean, I think you got to set Woods down here. I mean, he's a good player, and you're going to need him.
He was running all over the backfield back there with Redhounds after him full bore. And I'll be honest with you, I'm a Redhound fan, but I was hoping nobody's going to get to him.
Yeah.
I wanted to see him get free. I don't want to see that young man get hurt. He's a fine player. But you can't blame the Corbin kids getting after him, and that's what they're supposed to do.
That's exactly right.
6.5 to go. 6.5 seconds to go, I should say, in the contest. Corbin on top, 35-14. Woods takes it. Back to throw again. Boy, here comes the blitz. He dumps this one off underneath. Got a wide receiver screen completed out there. And Johnson is going to be tackled, and that will bring to a close this football game. Corbin's going to get the victory, 35-14. Now moved to 1-0 on the season, 0-1 for Whitley County. So